Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go live. What's up, guys? We're back to Watch Talk. We're back to pure original Watch Talk for today's episode. What's up, guys? I am your host, OC. This is the original OC channel, Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector. We are live on this Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? What's today's date? Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. And we have watch news to cover. We got some watch news to cover. But congratulations to Spain. Spain, winner of the Men's World Cup tournament. Great match. A lot of action. Spain pretty much dominated it the entire time. Had a lot of shots on goal. They seemed to be in possession of the ball overwhelming majority of the time. And it was just a matter of time before they scored. But condolences to all the Argentinian fans. Congratulations to the fans of Spain. And that's it. That's a extensive World Cup coverage here on the OC channel. By the way, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in to the premiere episode of Talking Watches, Crime and Chronos. Man, that was a success. Huge success. Over 3,000 total views. 3,000 total views, pretty much dominating the watch space on YouTube, more than like all the other channels combined over the last several days, which is pretty cool. Let me know in the comments of that live stream, or here or anywhere else. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp or YouTube or Instagram or whatever. Let me know if you want to see more live streams like that one, with special guests and special interviews. Let me know in the chat, and let me know privately if you don't want to reveal your opinion publicly. Got a lot of interesting feedback on it, but it was obviously a huge success. And a lot of people said, "How'd you get him to come on? What did you have to do?" I don't know. I just asked him. He said, "Yeah, it's pretty easy." Let's see who we have in the chat. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 people watching. Guys, that may be a record. That may be a record for Tuesday afternoon. We've got 4 people watching. So let's say hello to the 4 people. We've got Space Ace. Welcome, Space Ace. Good to see you back in the chat again. Reminder to Space Ace and everybody else, by the way, if you don't have a star next to your name, you're not a member. Please become a member, guys. We are the #1 watch channel globally in member engagement, and we want to stay that way. And we need to stay that way. And it got a lot harder because if you become a member, by the way, please become a member on the desktop device, not on a MacBook or iPhone or iPad, because your prices are going to be like triple. Apple charges like triple the prices. So please do not become, if you're grandfathered in on the old 2024 membership schedule, you're good. Stay there. Make sure your credit card stays current. Make sure it doesn't expire. Make sure your membership doesn't lapse, because if it lapses, you are screwed. Ask Doc Mick in Florida, or ask Raf C, who became a member. They're paying like triple the price for the same membership. So do not let your memberships lapse. Space Ace, become a member. Thank you. And welcome to the show. We've got Leonardo DiCaprio here under his YoLeo05 account. He is a member. What up, OC in chat? Good to see Leo here. We've got Original Mathis. He's a moderator and a member and co-CEO of the Original OC Channel Network. No comps. Yeah, leave the comps to us. Leave the comps to us. The scrutiny on the secondary dealers and these eBay live auctions continues to intensify. The scrutiny is intensifying. And our fourth viewer is Mike G. There's a lot of guys with G. Mike G is here. Mike G93. Keep them coming. Okay, keep them coming. I'll keep up. Listen, I'll reach out to. I got some names of some people to whom to reach out. So yeah, I'll keep them. If that's what you guys want, we'll deliver. Buckley and I will deliver Talking Watches, Crime and Chronos, the new spin-off channel to you guys. Maybe we'll do it once a month, like something like that, every couple of weeks. You guys tell me what it will, if the membership increases. By the way, we've got like 50 new subscribers. And if you guys are, if you guys who recently subscribed are watching the channel and you're like, what is this boring watch talk? Feel free to unsubscribe. Like, we only want subscribers and members who are legit, serious watch collectors. Only the smart collectors, guys. Only the smart people allowed in the chat. Smart watch talk for the smart collectors only. No trolls allowed. But if you're here and you're new and you're a watch guy, awesome. Welcome. Hey, we got our fifth viewer. Our fifth viewer is Loom Pearl, who's also a member. Good afternoon, OC. Good afternoon, Loom Pearl. Welcome. The real question, asks Leo, is what did who's he? Maybe he is Buckley. Maybe I didn't do anything. What did he have to do to get OC to interview him? I don't know. Maybe I called the guy up, said, hey, do you want to come on the show? He's like, yeah, sure, I'd do it. I'll happily do it. That was it. Simple as that. Got whole milk in the chat. What's up, whole milk? No offense, whole milk, but no, we don't do like contrived drama here. No contrived. All the drama that you see is real. We don't do contrived drama between YouTubers. Macallan Drinker is here, and he's a member. You never see Tudor tightening the grip on the secondary market. We have, by the way, in this report, which is a Morgan Stanley watch charts report, we do watch talk here. We do actual legitimate watch talk. Okay, look at this Tudor Black Bay. Oh, here, wrong one. Check this one out. Look, go all the way to the bottom, Okay, now this chart is value retention by watch collection. Okay, this chart is courtesy of Morgan Stanley and Watch Charts. This is part of their Q2 report. Tudor Black Bay. I mean, look at these three at the bottom. I want to be fair. I just don't want to point out Tudor. 35%. It's really like 70% when you think about it. The Tudor Black Bay loses 35% of its value. I think it's more like 70%, but I don't have access to all the data. Patek Philippe Calatrava, 34%, and I say Audemars Piguet. Other people have, like, it's catching on wildfire. Other people are saying Audemars Piguet. I don't know where they got that from Adrian. Adrian says Audemars Piguet. Maybe we should all start saying Audemars Piguet. I don't know. I say it Audemars with no S. Audemars Piguet, not PK. 33% down, 33%. So you lose 33% of your value. We'll be covering all of this data in depth because we do real watch talk here. Legitimate, real watch talk. But yeah, Tudor's in trouble. Tudor continues to be, along with Hublot, probably the worst performing Swiss brand. The worst performing Swiss brand. Let's see who else we got here. Who else do we got here? We've got, Jonathan Quill Higgins. Awesome. Talk about Real Watch Talk. By the way, Jonathan Quill Higgins returns to Watch Talk this Friday or this Saturday. I think on his channel, on the Elite Horology channel, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I will drop the link to Jonathan Quill Higgins. He's returning to Watch Talk. Strict, pure, boring Watch Talk. Hello, see, upvoted and looking forward to the Watch Talk. Thank you. Got Crime Piece. We know why Crime Piece is here. Crime Piece, share your perspective on the interview that we did with Gene Borello. I thought it was pretty good. And we got Logan Hall, star of Logan Hall's Grill Streams. Speaking of criminals, I've invited another member of this. This is a member, an enforcer of the London crime family to come on. And listen, I know this is going to be a little bit controversial because now we're spreading globally. We're going to cover crime families, organized crime, and that kind of activity across the globe. So I want to welcome someone now to the panel who is part of he's a well-known London enforcer. And listen, you can type in your super chat questions for him. Welcome, member of the London crime family.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. How you been?
Good, man. I'm all right. Well, I'm all right. Still nursing a semi-poorly dog, but I'm really all right. You know, that's why I haven't been around.
All right.
Apart from my stream.
Take care of your voice. Take care of your voice.
Sorry,
Tune
man.
into Tickers, by the way. Tickers. Can you hear me?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I can hear you. That's fine. Yeah, I'm on tonight. 9 o'clock.
Tune into Tickers. He has a show coming up at the in an hour or so on his channel. Check him out.
Yeah, an hour and a quarter. I just came on. I saw you on, so I thought, come and give me support and say hello. I said I haven't been around much. I said because I've been looking after one of the dogs.
I need support.
Well, before you get the watch expert, I thought I'd come on before you get the watch experts on. You know.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Come on before the real watch experts join.
Yeah, that's right. 70%. No, you see, I think that's bullshit. You see, what happens? That figures. Yeah, did I notice that Tudor was just 1% above your beloved watches or something? Was that really what that said?
Well, you got to keep it.
35 for Tudor and 34 for another one. You just fucking automatically doubled up Tudor for no reason whatsoever, no context whatsoever. No, absolutely, because you ate. The fact is that Tudor don't drop down the toilet any more, 1% over your beloved brands that you spruik every 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure. See, the thing
no,
is,
no. You're pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that if I met Kylie Minogue, I'd have her clothes off in 5 minutes. But guess what? That's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? We'll all be pretty sure about anything.
Is Kylie Minogue still considered desirable?
Oh, fucking hell! Tell you. Yeah. I won't kick her out of bed to get to you. I won't kick her out of bed to get to you. Put it that way.
Hey, Vimal, good to see you here. Vimal is a member. The thing though is the Tudor Black Bay is their best collection, right?
No. There's only one Tudor. There was only one Tudor ever worth getting. That is an FXD, not just and the MN21 FXD, of course. That's the only FXD actually worth putting your money down for. That is it. The MN21. Absolute classic. Absolute. By
the way,
classic.
I'm rocking the Daytona today on Oysterflex. Check it out. Rose gold. Rolex reach for the crown.
Yeah. Oysterflex.
No, the thing, Tickers, is that the Black Bay is Tudor's best collection. So, like, if their best collection, drops 35% value, imagine what the other ones do. The other ones are probably 50, 60, 70%. Whereas the Calatrava okay, I get it. The Calatrava does lose some value when you buy it from the primary authorized dealer, but they also have sports pieces. They've got the Sports Elegant line and the Cubitus, the Aquanaut, and the Nautilus, and those go for way, way, way above retail. So when you look at it on balance, Patek is still considered an extremely desirable, collectible, and iconic brand, whereas Tudor, everything in the collection is dog shit.
Good afternoon, Jonathan. Good to see you again. I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're okay. Is that he's the proper
He says, yeah, and while you're complimenting him, he says, now that Tickers is on, watch talk won't happen. Well, at least we'll have lower quality watch talk.
Yeah, FXD, MN21. Because Jonathan, you probably don't know because you don't watch anything I do anymore. But as you know, I sold the MN21. I bought a Speedy, and then I rebought an MN21. And the MN21 ain't going anywhere. Absolutely.
Let's see. Okay.
But
all right.
The thing is,
this is the most exposure Tudor's going to get ever on this channel.
They would break the internet if they won't do. Obviously, we know they won't do because they'll break the internet. But if they just brought the snowflake out again, the proper snowflake, like it was in like the 70s, fucking just break the internet, mate. Because everyone wants that's what that would surefire absolutely sell a load of money.
No.
Of course he would.
It's over. It's over for Tudor. It's over.
No, you really think? Honestly, I'm no, you're wrong, mate. Are you telling me? I'm telling you now. I reckon.
Tickers, we're not going to let you pull in this channel with your lame Tudor talk. Okay, shut it.
They'd sell more than a no date sub. If they bought out no date, out a no dates proper snowflake, i.e., like the 70s, they would outsell a no date sub. He's virtually the fucking same. Virtually the same. They're probably going to be half the price.
Guys,
no.
Tickers has lost his mind. Absolutely lost it. We've got LC Shield in the chat. I love when Tickers is on. Well, there you go. You've got huge amount of supporters out there. Question for Tickers from Russell996. He's a massive Patek fan, and hopefully he has my back on this. Do Tudor make dress pieces, Ticker? Although I do love my FXD. Oh, sell the FXD, Russell. Please sell all.
No. I don't know what you class as a dress piece, but they won't make anything on the level of Patek, which is why I love FXD, which I love Cheetah so much. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. Just I don't know. I think you could make a. I don't know. I don't really make a dress. I don't like dress watches, do I? Particular. They probably do. What's the 1912?
I have a couple.
You have a couple what?
Let's see. Let's talk about this article here.
You have a couple of what? Tudor dress watches? Is that what you mean?
Tudor just dress watches.
We're talking about Tudor dress watches. That's what we're talking about.
No, not anymore. We're not.
Okay.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the secondary market. Rolex, Patek, and Audemars Piguet tighten their grip on the secondary market. I will read to you a little bit from this article, courtesy of Watch Pro. Okay. The most illuminating data in Morgan Stanley's quarterly reports on the secondary market, which uses statistics from watch charts, are for value retention. This is one of the most important issues when buying a watch. Not like there's some people who subscribe to this lame notion, buy what you like. You may have heard this, or buy what you love.
Yeah, absolutely. Buy what you like. Exactly. Don't buy watches to make money. It's just buy what the fuck you like. Just, you know what I mean? I'll say this again. If you buy a watch to make money, if you buy it and it keeps the same price when you sell it, great, you've done well. If you buy it purposely to make money, you aren't a proper watch enthusiast. Absolutely not. You're not a
I
watch
disagree. I think you
enthusiast.
are.
You're in it just to make the money. You have to like something
Tickers. There's
to make money.
smartwatch collectors, and then there's less smart collectors. Okay?
Yeah, but people, they're not watch collectors. People who do get
you will
into it.
factor in whether or not that watch goes for over retail when you buy it. That's a very important consideration. You don't want to buy dogs and have dogs in your lineup. Because
that's it. No, I'm sorry, I disagree completely. You're not a proper watch collector if you're just in it to make money. If you buy it and it's great and it doesn't lose money, that's great. But if you buy it purposely,
I don't want to be a part of the 99% of the people who are part of Red Bar watch nerds who lose money buying dog after dog after dog with 50 watches or 100 watches sitting in a drawer somewhere. Oh, Studio Underdog has a pizza on it. Get fucked. I'm sick and tired of that shit where people are wasting money on watches.
No, they're wasting money. They're buying what they like. They're wasting.
They're ending up with
like.
tens of thousands of dollars sitting in a drawer doing nothing when they could have a great Rolex, a great Patek, and or multiple Rolexes, multiple Pateks in their collection. So it's like enough of this nonsense trying to steer people towards 3 or 4 Omegas, Tudor after Tudor after Tudor.
More to watches than Rolex or Patek. Absolutely, there is. Absolutely,
yeah. For 99% of dumb collectors who waste their money buying cheap garbage. Yeah.
No, it's not cheap garbage. It's just what you think because he's not making money. It's the real watch collector. They like it. They like the aesthetics of the watch. They like the way it looks. They like the way it works. If it makes money, great. If it stays the same, great. If it loses money, they don't care. They bought it because they fucking like it and they enjoy wearing it. End of story. That is the overall proper watch collector. Absolutely. And I won't fucking say anything different. It won't change my mind.
All right. Let me just bring some facts into the situation here.
Oh, here we go. Facts. Here we go. ChatGTP is working for OC. Go on. Bring with the facts.
Here we go. Facts. Okay. Value retention by a watch collection. This is what matters. This is what's important.
He doesn't. He doesn't at all.
These are the watches that you should be buying because these are the best watches.
These are the watches you want to buy if you want to make money, not because you're a watch collector.
If you can afford to buy these watches and you have the relationships with your ADs, these are the ones to buy. That's all there is to it. Tickers. That's all there is to it.
No, there isn't. No.
Yes, it is.
I'm okay.
Aquanaut. Do you have one of these?
What? Sorry.
Let's just go through. Let's just go through the list and talk about which ones.
No, none of those. No. I am not going into a dealer's with a box of Krusty Kremes, getting on my dick and unzipping them. I don't fucking believe in that. That ain't happening. Trust me.
You don't want a watch that's so desirable that it goes for 90% over retail?
No, not a fucking no.
What kind of idiot is this on the guys? Am I fucking losing my?
I don't give a fuck. No, I don't care. That FXD will stay with me. If it makes the same money, that's fine. If it goes up in price, that's fine. Not the reason I bought it. I bought it because of what the fuck it is. An MN21 FXD door kicking watch. That is why I bought it, and that's what half of my collection is. Something that I like. I bought the other day. The last watch I bought was a 1947 Dirty Dozen Vertex. That's got more history, more soul than any of them.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
It's one of the 12 military watches.
I don't want a black hole vortex in my collection. Tickers.
Vortex.
Nobody should have a vortex.
You see that I can't talk to you. Fuck me down.
No, listen.
It's
who would intentionally want a vortex? Who would want a vortex in their collection?
It was in World War II. It was a military watch.
It's pronounced vortex, okay? And it's a huge sucking hole, and that's where your money goes. Your money goes down a vortex when you buy some of these.
No, Vertex. Yeah. Absolutely. It is fucking a proper military watch with history and fucking soul at World War II.
Look at these. Look at these. Let's talk about something important. Value retention. Okay. Patek Philippe Aquanaut, 90% over retail. That's the kind of metric that you want to use in order to determine whether or not you like or dislike a watch.
No.
Okay. You can't just look at it and go, oh, I
fucking
like this, or buy what you like. It has to be buy what is an awesome value. Value retention. Patek Philippe
No.
Nautilus, 74% over retail.
Gotta
Cubitus,
get me dick out.
63% over retail. AP, now how do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it Audemars Piguet, or do you pronounce it like Adrian does, Audemars Piguet? Which one?
Overpriced watch. That's
Royal
how I
Oak,
pronounce it.
36% over retail. Rolex Oyster Perpetual. We have some fans of the Oyster Perpetual. Wristwatch Holic, Muhammad Ali. Brody has one. A lot of people love the Oyster Perpetual. And you know why? Because it's 35% over retail. Okay, 35% over retail. Let's keep going. This list is important because these are the list of watches that you should be interested in. Rolex Daytona, 34% over retail. 34%. Rolex GMT Master 2, 25%. Rolex Sky Dweller, even the Sky Dweller, but let's be honest, only the steel Sky Dwellers. Most of the other ones, Oyster Flex and Precious Metal, are barely over retail, and I don't recommend them. Anything that's on Sky Dweller on Oyster Flex and Sky Dweller full precious metal is not OC approved. Okay? Only steel is approved. You got the Rolex Submariner and the Rolex Datejust, both doing very well over retail. Now look at this. Rolex Explorer 2. Now, I came on the live stream a couple of months ago, and I said, do not buy the Rolex Explorer 2. And here we are. Move that over here. Here we are, and the Rolex Explorer 2 is now no longer a desirable watch at retail. No longer. Do not buy the white or black dial Rolex Explorer 2. And here, look at this list. Vacheron Constantin overseas, down 11%. You lose 11% instantly. Rolex Sea Dweller, that one has really fallen out of favor with watch collectors. 21% reduction in value retention. IWC Ingenieur, look at these numbers now. Now we're getting into staggering numbers. IWC Ingenieur, and that's the prize collection that they have. That's the most desirable collection. Ingenieur, you lose 25%. Talk about a disastrous launch for that collection. Yikes. That's terrible. Let's see what we have in the chat. Let's go back to the chat. We have Alejandro Glick in the chat. What's up? We got F. Rich, I'm wealthy. He says that the Swatch APs are horrible. Yes, they are. I was in Rolex yesterday, and some guy walked in with a royal pop on his wrist with one of those aftermarket rubber bracelets. Absolutely awful. I mean, just nothing says cringe more than a guy wearing a royal pop with a aftermarket rubber bracelet. We got Billy P in the chat. Billy P, what's up? Billy P says, I'm more happy now than I've ever been, maybe. I'm more happy now than I've ever been, actually. I just bought 4 Bolt watches. Why would you buy one Bolt watch, let alone 4?
Because he likes it and he doesn't give a shit.
Oh,
that's why.
God.
He likes it. He doesn't give a shit. He likes the watch. He likes to wear
That's
it.
the problem.
It's his money.
The problem is he's not
what the fuck
taking into account. That's the worst advice I've ever heard in watch collecting.
Buy what the fuck you want.
I'm not worried about breaking them. They cost $600 as much. It's going to overhaul one of my something else. Yeah, that's the problem. Is these are cheap, nasty watches. Yeah. Nasty one. No one should ever buy a ball watch under any circumstance. It's absolutely ridiculous. Got Helgestron in the chat. Got Kareem. What's up, Kareem? Leo says the Sea Dwellers issue, and I want your take because you're kind of a knowledgeable on dive watches, tickers. Is this the Sea Dwellers issue? Is that it costs $3,200 more than the Submariner date? If they priced it the same, it wouldn't do so badly on secondary. Yeah, but how can you price it the same when it's got so much more capability to it? Talk about what do you need to do in order to make the Sea Dweller great again, tickers?
What's the what's the depth rated on a sea dweller? I don't know.
I think it's like 1,000 meters, right? 1,000 or 1,200 meters.
Don't need you see it's probably a bit of chunky motherfucker, isn't it? 1,000 meters, isn't it? If it's thick, it's probably quite.
Well, you're a
thick.
fan of Tudor, so you shouldn't be complaining about chunky.
Yeah, but they don't have 1,000 meters.
watches.
They have the Pelagos, which is 600 meters, and that's too much. You don't need 600. 200 is all you need. Your head will fucking explode at 600.
Are you saying that some of these features that have been touted over the years as features that are premium features for which people should pay extra for are not really features at all?
Oh shit, flexing. Your head will explode at 600 meters.
Most people should
1,000 meters, it's bullshit. 1,000 meters, complete bullshit. You won't do 1,000 meters.
You can find common ground on something, Tickers. Would you agree with me that watch brands should focus more on thinness and elegance and not on water resistance?
Well, if it's a dive watch, elegance is it's a tool watch at the end of the day, but
how about
definitely thinness. Definitely absolutely thinness, because you don't need to. We all know that the fact is the thicker, the more depth capability it has, usually it gets to be a bit thicker, and it's just no need, to be honest.
There's no need.
Absolutely.
There's no need. So Rolex is
no need.
So Sea Dweller, 21% reduction in value once you buy it. IWC Engineer 25. Look at this. Omega Speedmaster, 27%. Ooh, it's
Speedy.
The Speedy, yeah.
Who cares? Great watch. I won't be getting rid of it unless I really have a problem. I won't be getting rid of mine. So what's the problem? Don't give a shit. But don't give a shit.
Do you only have one Speedy in your collection?
I only got one Speedy. I don't need one Speedy.
Okay,
the Speedy.
Okay. That's right. Well, you only need one.
The Hezolite Speedy, that is the one to have.
Not a fan of that one. I prefer modern technology in my watches, so I want Sapphire Sandwich. Sapphire Sandwich. Actually, the Speedy is too thick.
Really?
Actually, I was being too nice. Don't buy the Speedy. Unless you're a Speedy collector, you should not have an Omega Speedy. Tickers, I already laid down a decree for the smartwatch collectors globally to divest of all Tudor, Omega, and Zenith. Omega is one of those three brands that you should be divesting and liquidating at lightning speed, not acquiring.
Don't you own an Omega?
No, I do not. I sold it.
How long ago?
About 3 or 4 months ago.
He's probably still in his watch box. He'll never show it.
No,
I'll catch him out, guys.
It's old. No, the people in the chat.
Watch out, guys. Just watch out. Remember this conversation. He'll forget about it. One day, be in a rush. He'll have his great white on.
Tickers is fucking gone.
He'll fucking
Tickers,
show
unlike you, I put my money where my mouth is. I said, don't buy Zenith, don't buy Omega, don't buy Tudor. I sold all Tudor. I sold the Zeniths I had. I sold the Omegas I had.
Oh, God, he sold it. When did he sell the Zenith?
I sold it. Like 3 or 4 months ago. You guys
look at it. You were you were spruiking about don't buy them two for fucking years, and you only just got rid of them a couple of months ago. Why didn't you get rid of them the day you were saying don't buy them? Because you've been saying, those made me laugh. Don't buy Omega, and he had a great white.
Been saying it for over 2 years, actually.
Yeah, but you had the Omega fucking up to a couple of months ago. I know you did, because you showed pictures.
The time to have Omegas in the collection is gone. It's 2026, Tickers. Okay, it's the era of Rolex and Patek is upon us. Okay, if you reach for the crown, reach for the cross. It's over for those brands. Anything that's not in the top 4 is done. They're done. They're done. Okay, absolutely done.
Yeah.
Right. Russell says you only need 30 meters. See, the Nautilus qualifies as a dive watch. See, I agree with Russell on that. We've got PG in the chat. PG is a member for 17 months. That's awesome. I need a minimum of 1,000 meters. He's doing tax returns. He only needs
the Speedy
1 meter.
The Speedy can be a dive watch. It's 50 meters. As long as you don't push those. As long as you don't push them buttons underneath that water, they ain't going to leak.
guys, it's a critical time. Please upgrade your memberships, or just make sure that you are a member. I'm going to type the and use your member milestone chats, guys. This may be the last stream that we do today, and given that that's the case, please use your free member
What do you mean?
milestone
Oh
chats.
my god! What do you mean? Lol. Oh my god! Tickets. What do you mean? I know what you mean. The fact is,
It makes anything you say. That's my response. Oh my god!
Well, somebody just said you only need 30 meters. Well, a speedy in that case is 50 meters, which it is. It's been guaranteed 50 meters.
Speedy's too thick. Speedies are too thick. They need to make them better. Okay, it's over. It's over. I think they're dumping the Speedmasters. Okay, I think globally they're dumping Speedmasters. I think it's the bad time to buy one. I think Speedmasters are going to be 50%.
Right,
50% discounts.
Alexander, there's got to be. Listen, if they do splashdown and they get it wrong, are you telling me it's going to be written off if they get out the capsule in the water and they fall over and go in the water? Trust me,
I can't even understand Tickers when he's like this. He's crazy, and it's not just because I can't understand him.
Speedy has been tested to 50 meters water resistant officially. Never used to be. Everyone said it was 50 meters. Oh, really? It has been tested officially at 50 meters. So if you go diving up to 50 meters with a Speedy, as long as the back's screwed on correctly,
the problem
isn't be pressing them pushers.
The problem isn't what you do in the water with a Speedy. The problem is what you do with it on the wrist outside of the water. Okay, and what it signals is that you are a dork, that you are a nerd, and that you are an amateur watch collector. Okay? That's okay.
Really? No, fuck's sake, listen to this one.
Go to your fucking Red Bar events with the cheese
I don't go to any
and the Diet Coke with your fucking Speedmaster. Get the fuck. I want to go to an event where I walk around and it's all Rolex, Patek, F. Pajon, Richard Mille. That's what I want.
Hell.
That's what. Those are the people with whom I want to associate.
You have your gold Rolex as you open the door.
I don't want people walking around with a fucking slice of pepperoni pizza on their watch.
You get in the toilets and you get your dick out and you wave it about. Mine's fucking bigger than yours. Fuck me, Dad.
If I could wrap a Nautilus around my dick and fucking fling it all over the place, that's what I do. Much better than that than a fucking pizza watch. Anyway,
Alexander, I said
I'm wealthy. Hold on. Super chats. Hold on. Super chat. $5 super chat from F. Rich, I'm wealthy. AP are my favorite. 1159. Rolex Ice Blues, Daytona, Patek, and Cubitus. See, this guy understands what the desirable watches are. AP, Rolex, Ice Blue, Daytona, Patek, Cupid. There we go. He understands it. He gets it. Thank you for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Billy P has a comment for you, Tickers, for you. Okay, and I'm going to elaborate on this. I agree. What you're here's the problem that Tudors used to be 4,000. Here's the issue that Tudors used to be 4,000 but only worth 2,000, but now they're 5,000 and 6,000 and only worth 2,000, and you still only get 1,500 for the watch when you go to sell it used because they're completely undesirable. So talk about that equation, Tickers, where they used to be 3,000 or 4,000 and worthless, and now you have to pay 5,000 or 6,000 and now they're worthless. How do you justify that?
If I've bought the watch, I've worn the watch.
What do you mean when you say I don't care?
I don't give a fuck.
I'm throwing my money down the drain.
I don't give a fuck. I bought the watch for it. I don't give a shit. I've not bought it for resale value.
Most people in their right mind would never buy a Tudor and expect to keep it for longer than like 3 or 4 months before realizing that it's fucking dog shit.
Look at this. I've had this. I've had the last one 3 years.
When they realize that it's sitting in the drawer because they have a Rolex and they'd rather wear the Rolex Submariner every single day instead of that lame Tudor, the Tudor's just going to sit there doing nothing. And then when they go to get rid of it, it's worthless. So that's what we need to protect collectors against.
Absolutely not. Because I can walk around all day with that on, enjoy it, and not have someone try to chop me fucking arm off for it.
Capoeira says, Tickers, would you agree the new Omegas are overpriced? Yes or no?
They've had a price increase.
That's a yes. Okay.
No, it's not. It's a no comment. I don't look at. I don't want to buy one at the moment.
We got Ryan Hofrey in the chat. If it's not rated for 100 meters, don't shower or swim in it. It
Oh,
doesn't mean
bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Fucking absolute bullshit. You're not going to you swimming. You shower in it. It's 50 minutes as long as you don't press the buttons. I'm telling you. A speeder, you can shower in it as long as you don't press the fucking buttons. If you're timing how long you having it takes to have a wank while you're in the toilet with it or have the shower, that's wrong. You don't press the buttons and it's fine. It's guaranteed up to 50 meters, which means you can shower with it.
Yeah,
because you don't shower in 50 meters of fucking water, do you?
The only metric that I care about is that not 50 meters, but 50% loss of value as soon as you buy it. So Cartier tank, 28%. Nope, Cartier tanks are not a desirable watch. Even the Santos in titanium, even like when they come out with new Santos models, they're not desirable anymore. There's no real legitimate reason, unless you're gay or a woman, why you should have a Santos or any Cartier in your collection. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you have a gold Cartier, it's almost guaranteed that that you're gay. And look, nothing wrong with that. A lot of people, they're New York, they sell a lot of gold Cartiers.
What an absolute statement to fucking make, really?
Well, it's true that it's the #1 preferred brand of gay collectors. There's nothing wrong with that. They should be proud of that. And women. If you're a woman, a Santos
it's yours next to the Great White.
Right. I'm glad the Great White's gone. I have Oyster Flex, which is, if I want rubber, I'm gonna wear Oyster Flex, or I'm gonna upgrade this to something else with a rubber. But I'm not gonna get something like a Tudor. By the way, I'm gonna be fair. I want to go through all of these. Like, there's some of these that I actually like that actually are not good in value retention. So let's cover it equally. Let's cover it fairly. The Audemars Piguet Code 1159, 33%, which is a disastrous number. But you have to keep in mind that a lot of people buy those to accumulate purchase history and develop a relationship with AP so they can eventually get a Royal Oak, which you can look here. If I scroll up, you can see Rolex. You can see Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, 36% above 36% above retail. So that at least there's a legitimate reason to buy the code. And some people actually like the way it looks. And then you have the Patek Philippe Calatrava, which in all fairness does lose 34% of its value. And then we have, of course, the worst performer of all time. Actually, they don't even cover Hublot because Hublot is such an undesirable brand. It's
yeah, but let's look at that. Black Mate is 35%, just 1 fucking percent more than your beloved Patek.
Yeah. The thing is, the Patek, though, everybody should have a dress Patek in their collection. And you can buy it in secondary as long as you buy it from a reputable source. But if you're looking to develop a relationship with an authorized Patek dealer, then I would buy it from the authorized dealer. And then as your love for Patek continues to grow, you'll have access to more and more pieces, including potentially sports pieces. So that's why it makes sense to work directly with Patek Philippe in that circumstance. We've got MD Chaz, who's a member for 10 months, member of the original OC channel. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your membership. Is there an OC approved beater brand? Rolex can attract the wrong attention in some places. The answer is Rolex is a perfectly fine beater brand. Okay. You can have a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. You can have a Submariner. You have GMT Master 2. Those are very good daily pieces. And I don't think you should be worried about if that attracts the wrong attention in the workplace, for example, then maybe you want to have a Patek, right? You have a nice subtle Patek Calatrava as your dress watch that you wear in the workplace. But in terms of in terms of being scared of watch crime, you should definitely be wearing Rolex and Patek. Just be vigilant. Be on the lookout. I've been to London tickers. I think I wore Platinum Date when I was in London. I've been to Paris. I've been to Athens. I've been to Rome. I've been to all these places. I either wear a Patek or Rolex. 99% of the time, I
Yeah,
wear Rolex.
with a sleeve. With a sleeve.
Even,
Yes, I can walk around all day. Come and fucking get me. I'm 5'1". Come and fucking get that off me hand. You'll have a fucking problems. You won't be pulling
exactly.
it. You won't be pulling that. Come and get it.
Well, that's the way I feel about Rolex. Thank you for your
Well, you
member
fucking
milestone
get.
chat, MD Chaz. But here's what I say: if your question, MD Chaz, is about crime, then I would say, like, I'm a member of a WhatsApp group with a bunch of LA collectors. Okay, and some guy wrote a question and he said, "Hey, I'm going to Paris in a few weeks. What watch should I wear?" And some guy who's probably one of Ticker's biggest fans said, "Please wear Tudor and Tudor, and you could put it on a NATO strap, so it's under the radar."
There you
And
go.
I watched a bunch of people, comment, wear a Casio, wear a G-Shock. After about the third or fourth post of someone saying, like, don't wear like the good watches in your collection, I had enough. I was up to here. I jumped into the chat and I said, hate to be the contrarian, but there's absolutely no way I'd be caught dead wearing a Tudor in France. Okay, if you got Rolex or Patek, wear Rolex. Just be cautious, be vigilant, be careful. And then the guy posts a picture of his watch, in the chat. He goes, "Well, I have this. It's a Patek travel time." Okay, the guy has a Patek travel time, $100,000 Patek travel. I said, that's the watch you should wear. If you're not going to wear a Patek travel time when you're traveling, when are you going to wear it? That makes no sense to me that you would wear.
Sorry, I'm still here. I'm just looking for something a minute. Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Lost my phone.
So listen, Patek Calatrava, buy it at retail to develop a relationship. Patek's tough. You have to know what you're doing with Patek. Patek is the toughest brand right now. The toughest brand right now in terms of the retail journey and the retail collecting strategy. Okay, so you got to be very, very careful. I'm available for free consultations. So if you're interested in getting Patek, contact me, let me know, and I can steer you in the right directions, because Patek is tough, the toughest. Okay. Whole Milk says, wear your King Midas if you want to attract the wrong attention. People will think it's a shit. Actually, the King Midas is a watch to attract. I think it attracts pretty good attention. It attracts watch collectors. It attracts, mainly like people who know about watches and jewelry. Let's see here. Ryan Hofrey says, no one is concerned about swimming in a brand new Speedy or Breitling. Tickers, this is aimed at you. Older watches, different story. Move on. Move on. Thank you. Yeah, and the Tudor Black Bay, 35%. The thing that Tickers doesn't understand, which for some reason he's not getting through into the thick head of his, is that the Tudor Black Bay is like the best collection Tudor has. So if the best collection is 35% under retail, imagine what the other collections like. Do they even have anything else like the Tudor, the Royale with cheese or whatever they have? The Tudor Royale with cheese. That's got to be like 80% under retail. Yeah. So Tudor. I mean, what else do they have? Black Bay. The Chrono. Actually, I'll say this. That new Chrono that they have, the Black Bay Chrono, it's a big improvement. Is it good enough to buy? No. Is it a big improvement with a different color dial? Yes. That fucking yellow Big Bird dial? No. But they did make a lot of improvements to the Tudor Black Bay Chrono. They thinned it a little bit. They made it more elegant. I think they improved the movement or something like that. So shout out to, I give them credit where credit is due, but does that make the watch an approved watch to buy? No. No, it doesn't. Okay. We just have to keep it real. We got to keep it real, guys. F. Rich, I'm wealthy. $5 super chat. By the way, are you in the I know you're in the United States, but just tell me what part of the country you are in. Let me know if you're in the New York area. 100% the Sky Dweller in Paris. There you go. See, Sky Dweller is another one. If you have a Sky Dweller in steel, that's a great watch. Or anything. If you were dumb enough to buy it in precious metal, or if you bought it I hope you didn't buy it on Oysterflex because that is fucking ugly. Sky Dweller on Oysterflex is hideous, absolutely hideous watch. But if you were stupid and you bought it, that's a good watch to wear in Paris because it is it's like a travel time, right? It has like a 24-hour hand or whatever. So wear that. But I would wear Patek. If you're going to Paris, wear Patek. If you don't have Patek, you should have Patek in your collection. You're in Philadelphia. Cool. Philadelphia crew in the house. Philly crew. Awesome. All right. You have 3 Sky Dwellers? Yikes. Yikes. No one really needs more than one. And I mean, steel on Jubilee is good enough. Oysterflex, you probably made a crazy critical mistake. Full precious metal, that's a crazy watch. You probably don't have that. Maybe you do. I'm not sure. I hope you have 3 steel ones. Become a member. Hey, F. Rich, I'm wealthy. If you're really as effing rich and wealthy as you are, please buy a membership. Please become a member today. We do good content here. Really, really good content. We got Andrew G in the chat. What's up, Andrew G? Good to see you. So that's it. These are the let me see here. So this is the value retention, the watch charts, Morgan Stanley Q2 report. Any questions at all? Tickers? I can't hear you. Are you on mute?
I was on mute. Sorry. Yeah, I'm. No, I'm okay. Thanks. No.
All right, good. We were worried.
All right. No, I'm sure you weren't.
Thank you for the super chats, guys, and let's keep those member milestone chats flowing. Now, let's pivot a little bit. We're going to pivot to 47th Street. By the way, the amount of and we're being serious here on 47th Street, and you have your own areas in London, but they're nowhere near as crazy what goes on in 47th Street. The number of clones and Frankenstein watches and counterfeit watches is through the roof. Guys, be very, very vigilant. Please, please, please be very, very careful about buying watches on 47th Street. It's crazy out there. Hey, we got Leo05, Leonardo DiCaprio, $5 super chat. Oyster Perpetual, Rolex Oyster Perpetual Med Blue, or Rolex Datejust smooth bezel oyster bracelet with the blue dial. I sold my blue Pelagos. Good move. So I need a blue dial replacement. Okay, pull it up, OC.
Yeah, you just need another. You just need a blue dial FXD. Go for it. Have a chat.
Nope, he sold it. Yeah. He sold.
No, he didn't. He did his Pelagos. He didn't say FXD. He said Pelagos. He didn't say Pelagos. He didn't mention FXD.
Very, very smart move. He should not buy. He should not ever buy Tudor ever again.
Wow.
All right. Let's see what we got here going on. Oyster Perpetual 41. Let's look at all the variations. We've got, look at all the good colors available in the Oyster Perpetual 41 line. Okay.
Do you know what I think you would like? I think you need to team up with the guy called Brenny. Do you know who Brenny is?
I don't know. I've never heard of him.
He's an Irish guy. He loves Rolex.
I don't want anything. No offense, but I want zero to do with anybody Irish. Don't ask me why. But
all right, he loves Rolex. He hates garbage, and he's unhinged as you. So
No offense to the Irish. If there are Irish people in the chat, I support you. But for the most part, I think if you start off, except for Red Shovel, good friend of mine. You know, he's Irish, right?
Backtrack there, fucking didn't you? You fucking track, didn't you? Look me dead.
Red is OC approved. I've met up with him so many times. Yeah, you know, we've been involved in a lot of hijinks, but that's it. Red Shovel is but anyone else from Ireland or Northern Ireland or Southern Ireland, Western or Eastern Ireland,
he's not OC approved.
Want nothing to do with them. No offense intended. Okay. But check out this. This is important because these are the watches that you should be considering. Oyster Perpetual black dial. They got black. They've got lavender, which was introduced just last year, like in September of 2025. It was just introduced last year in the 41 millimeter size. Beautiful. Then you've got the med blue, which is a flat blue. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Definitely, if you like blue dials matter. Check it out. Then you've got the Jubilee dial. This is all the craze. This is going for well over retail and secondary. A lot of these are going for well over retail and secondary. Then you got green. Shout out to Muhammad Ali. He has the green one. Then we've got the beige pistachio. This is pistachio. We've got candy pink, which I don't even think this isn't a hot pink. This is a muted, classy, sophisticated pink. Absolutely love it. And look how many colors they have. Then they have the silver. They when the Oyster Perpetual was redesigned in 2020, I think. Was it 2020? They came out with the silver dial with the yellow gold indices and yellow gold hands. Absolutely awesome. Brody has one of these. And then we have the beige climber. So look at all the great choices, but he's specifically asking, what about the blue? Okay, so let's check out the med blue here. Yep, I love it.
How much is that then? What's that price? How much is the one
in the United States? This is $7,050. $7,050. Okay. Now, if he wants a date, okay, let's just, to give him full value for money, let's take a look at the Datejust 41. Okay, take a look at the Datejust 41 here. Now, this is it with the fluted bezel and the Jubilee bracelet, but that's not the one he's considering, because this is nearly $4,000 more expensive. Okay,
$11,000.
Yeah. So let's go to the configurator for the Datejust.
Matthews, I was joking, mate. I know he's a complete. I know that, mate. Honest, Matthews, I was joking.
I don't think he was joking. Whatever the issue is, he was.
No, but about Brenny is fucking unhinged, mate. If you haven't seen his latest video, which he pulled down, but people have got it, and it's circulating around the fucking internet. It's seriously.
Listen, I'm going to leave those comments to you. I'm not familiar with some of these. There's a bunch of crazy unhinged characters.
No, but I think if somebody's got the video I'm talking about, just drop it into Oaksy's email box.
Do not drop it into the chat or
not the chat. As in his email box, not the chat. His email.
But if you see some of the recent back and forth, he's the least unhinged.
No, you haven't seen. Matthew, just answer me. Have you seen the latest of what that person was talking about? The latest video. It's like a corker.
Whole Milk says, "You know what Freud said about the." I don't know what Freud said, but fill me in. Type it in the chat. As long as it's clean. As long as it's clean. Okay, well, here's the Datejust with the smooth bezel. Oh, I don't want it with the Jubilee bracelet. Hold on a second. We want it with the. All right. What did I do? Why did I choose? I want it with the Oyster bracelet. Oyster. Ugh. These are ugly. Right? These are not good. $8,950. So it's almost $2,000 more. Almost, it's $1,900 more, something like that. You get the date function. So you get the date function, but you just get a weird proportion here. You get a like high polished center links with an Oyster, which look good on a GMT, but they don't look awesome on the Datejust. You know where they do look good? They look good on a two-tone Wimbledon. If you get a two-tone Wimbledon, Oyster looks good. But the Datejust, I would say, just to give you incredibly good advice, you definitely want to go with the Oyster Perpetual 41. Okay? So that's it. Final decision. Leo, Oyster Perpetual. And it's much better, much better. And we got Rich, I'm Wealthy. He became a member. Thank you very much. Thank you for becoming a member at the campaign volunteer level. Hopefully you did so on a non-Apple device, because those Apple prices are crazy.
Say, excuse me, mate. I'm going to shoot because I've got
All right. Peace
stuff
out.
to do for a bit. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you for
Feel free to
chat.
join. Feel free to join Tickers on the Teen Tickers channel on YouTube at 4 p.m. Eastern United States time.
Yeah, half an hour's time. But yeah, cool guys. Yeah, I didn't come to argue or railroad you, man. I've just come for a.
It was fun. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah,
you brought in the ratings. Tickers brought in the. I would normally be streaming to like 7 people. Look, we got over 30 people because of you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. You take me to find me. That's right. Mathis have sent you a message, mate. Cheers. Right. See you, everybody.
All right.
See you later. Cheers, man. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. You think he gets paid by Tutor? He actually, he should probably get compensated by Tutor for all of the spruiking that he does. Thank you very much, F. Rich, I'm Wealthy. And I want to thank Raf C for also becoming a member the other day. And I want to thank Doc Mick in Florida for renewing his membership. We're over 80 members now. Over 80 members. Number 1 in member engagement. All right. Who else do we got here? We got Ally. What's up, Ally? Good evening, OC and Tickers. Ally, I'm assuming you're in the UK. Welcome to the channel. This is the original OC channel. Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. Got Andy Lewis in the chat, representing the Lone Star State. He's a member. That's right. I just love watches. Even G-Shock. Ooh. I still have two Techno Marines. I could pretend to know what that is, but I don't. I don't, because I only know about Rolex and Patek. I'm kind of like very myopic, just because I want to give I almost said investors. I want to give collectors the best advice, right? I need to give collectors the absolute best advice. And look at this. We got Ryan Singer reminding everybody to upvote the live stream. We need to, we need more upvotes, guys. We should have like 30 likes at this point. 30 likes. Voice of Perpetual, that's my pick. Go for that one. Now, what's going on? Let's, Shenanigans on 47th Street. Check this out. This is important. This is absolutely important, guys. This guy with the orange glasses is known as the Watch. He has a YouTube channel. He's actually on 47th Street. He's called the Watch Hospital, like literally the Watch Hospital. He's a service guy, and this channel is actually getting a lot of traction on YouTube because a lot of people like to see how watches come in and how they're serviced, how they're diagnosed and serviced. There's some other channels on YouTube where, and you guys could probably type in the chat your favorite, that show like how vintage watches come in and they are like overhauled and refurbished. Like sometimes it involves polishing and refinishing the case and the bracelet. And then other times it focuses more on just taking apart the movement and cleaning the movement and putting the movement back in. Those channels are kind of interesting to some people in the YouTube space. So the Watch Hospital is one. He's on 47th Street, so he has that going for him, where he has like other 47th Street characters coming and bringing watches to him. So he's getting quite a following. I'll drop the link to his channel. I'm not endorsing him. I don't promote him in terms of like he's like his services or anything like that, but out of nowhere, the guy has over 60,000 subscribers. Okay. I'll drop a link to him in the chat. Shout out to the Watch Hospital NYC. But listen to what he says. This is a caution, guy, a word of warning to everyone who's collecting AP Royal Oaks. Okay, here's the word of warning. Hold on, let me do something real quick. I'm going to disconnect this for a second and redo it just because I think I lost audio. And this should work. Let me know if you cannot hear this in the chat. Just let me know, okay?
July 13th, as promised, we're back open. Had a nice time away. And I came back with an announcement for everyone. You guys remember back in February, we did a video regarding that AP Super Clone, how good it was and all that. So we started accepting the repairs. Everything's been great, awesome. People are very happy for the last 6 months. But unfortunately, there's always that select group of people that have to ruin it for everybody. So as of today, we will no longer be servicing them. Thank you all you guys that sent me your watches. I'm glad I was able to help you. Giving me a hard time, that select few. You're going to have a lot of people mad at you for ruining it. But
so, by the way, we do play copyrighted content during the live stream. We do so consistent with the United States copyright laws under fair use. We do so for educational purposes. Also, we do commentary, newsworthiness, analysis, all that good stuff. So we do so consistent with the United States copyright laws, fair use. That's the only reason why we play copyrighted content. So just confirm that in the chat that you could hear everything. Basically what happened, and I applaud him for refusing to do any work on clones going forward. There's a massive problem in New York with counterfeit watches, and allowing people to come in and service these watches that break because they're clones gives them a new life. And I think those watches should be in the garbage. So shout out to the Watch Hospital NYC. He has made it now a matter of public record. Now a matter of public record that he's no longer going to be servicing clones. And that's a good thing. Shout out to Watch Hospital NYC. What else is going on here? What else? Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna play any of this. But after a 4-month hiatus, after 4 months away from YouTube, Moses he's not really back, but he did a one-off video about the World Cup and him betting on the World Cup. And that's all he did. He didn't really talk watches or anything like that. So the guy's been off of YouTube for 4 months because he was involved in a little bit of a scandal. And now he's back with a one-off video, but he's still probably going to stay off YouTube until his scandal continues. His scandal dies down. We've got Yo Leo with an updated comment here. My wife has a two-tone Wimbledon, but it's fluted and Jubilee. I agree. I like the Oyster Perpetual Med Blue better. Thank you. Well, good. If I helped in any way, then I'm happy. Definitely the Oyster Perpetual 41. Good watch. Very good. And very affordable. You don't have to deal with the Cyclops. Don't have to deal with the date. Set the time, set it, and forget it. Now, the topic of today's show, the shenanigans on 47th Street. Check this out. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. Roman and Adrian, who do my new favorite podcast called The Roman and Adrian Show on YouTube. They do a weekly show, and listen, Roman. How do I find out about this show? I think I have to subscribe on YouTube, and I have to wait for it to come up in my feed because I don't see any of the Instagram shorts. I don't see any Instagram reels, and I don't see any Instagram posts. Why? Because I'm blocked. Roman and Adrian blocked me. Now, I don't think that's fair. I think they blocked me because of like 3 or 4 years ago. But I actually promote their channel pretty much. I mean, I think this is one of my favorite podcasts. Now, Roman, this YouTube channel has 500,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, but these videos only get like a couple of thousand views. It's just like the channel is absolutely dead. Okay, absolutely dead. But I think I like watching it, and I'm here to provide some color commentary on it. But the Roman and Adrian show is a good show. Do I recommend that you watch it? I recommend that when you go to YouTube, you click on that thing that says summarize the video. Or you can just wait for me to cover it because I cover the best parts here. Okay. We've got Original Mathis, who is using his member milestone chat. Let me see here. I am completely bald and I still have, come on, I still have better hair than Adrian. That's not nice. Come on. I don't think the hair looks all that bad. But you know why I say that? Because anybody's hairline looks better than mine. But I'm not a big fan of this idea of going to Turkey to get the hair transplants, but there are other people that do. And for many of them, I'm not going to say a majority of them because I don't know, but for many of them, it turns out fine. And I think it looks good. I hope this gets back to Adrian. Adrian, please unblock me on Instagram. There's no need to block me. I actually support most of what you say. And Adrian's the one who's right a majority of the time in this on this show. So Adrian, unblock me. Probably impossible to unblock me on Instagram. It's okay. It's okay. But it's tough because people send me clips. They're like, hey, did you see this reel or this Instagram short or whatever that Adrian did? Like, no, I can't. I'm blocked. What did I do? What did I do? Yeah, Vimal, that's a good question. What did I do? I'm a big fan of Adrian's. Actually, by the way, Adrian is wearing, look at what Adrian's wearing. You don't think he watches? We just did a show called Talking Watches, Crime and Chronos, where we had Gene Borello on, and then of course he shows up wearing a shirt like that. Why do you think he's wearing that? Think that's a coincidence? I think not. That is a signal. That's right. He's sending a signal like, hey, OC, I watch. I'm a fan. I get it. Maybe he's even a secret member. I don't know. But he's definitely a fan, because why else would he wear that shirt? Right? He's sending a signal like, OC, I got it. You just did a crime show. I'm going to wear a crime shirt, the mob shirt. So, but look at this comment. Look at this comment on the screen. 47th Street has it's interesting to see them going so hard against 47th Street, because a lot of the dealers with whom they collaborate are on 47th Street. So it's really fascinating why maybe they're taking another cue from this channel, because we've been absolutely railing against the shenanigans on 47th Street. Now maybe they're just hopping on the bandwagon because it's stylish. It's stylish to go after 47th Street. Now, there's plenty of good dealers on 47th Street, but there are a lot of bad ones. And there's a lot of shady practices. And that's why you cannot trust. And you can't trust these people who are doing these eBay live auctions either, because those watches, no one knows anything about the quality of those watches, right? Now, before I cover this, I'm going to give some lucky viewer, the chance to join the panel. Okay? Boom. There's the link. The link is also pinned. If you click on this link, turn off YouTube, click on this link, make sure you have a microphone and your audio settings in place, and you can hop on the panel. But not everybody's allowed on the panel. That's just a caution. Not everybody's allowed on the panel. Don't get your panties in a bunch. if you're not let on. Only certain people are allowed on the panel. We got Mikey, member for 20 months. He's a member at the campaign senior consultant level. Very high level. Mikey is a huge fan of the Explorer 2. You can see him wearing his Explorer 2 Polar there. Also, probably a bigger fan of Oasis. You got to go see Oasis. I wish I could have gone. That would have been fun. That would have been fun to go catch Oasis in the UK. Mikey is a member for 20 months. Hey, OC and crew. It's just me in the chat, but the chat is the best crew in the biz. Catching up with the streams, I seem to have missed a lot of action. Become members, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you for reminding everyone to become members. There's a link to the memberships somewhere in the chat. Become a member on a non-Apple device. And thank you very much for the very generous 10-pound super chat. Have a great show, OC. Cheers. Thank you very much, Mikey. Mikey, great guy, huge supporter of the show. Thank you so much. Let's get to the meat. Now, if you guys just give me an audio check, just make sure you guys can hear this.
Kyle Dordick.
Kyle Dordick. Kyle Dordick or Dordick.
Kyle Dordick.
47th Street has the worst reputation. That street needs to be cleaned up. Too many shady dealers. Even dealers doing well pull some shady stuff. Dealing with it personally. We'll never buy again on 47.
Okay. Quick audio check. Can you confirm that you can hear that? Yes or no? Check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Everything good? You guys can hear that? Now let me ask you a question. If you can hear it, what do you think their answer is going to be? What do you think their answer is going to be? Because they deal a lot with these 47th Street characters. They were gonna do a show with TPG. Remember, they did a pilot called what was it called again? Time is Money, something like that. They did a pilot for Netflix. They pitched it to Hulu. They pitched it to whatever was around at that time, Amazon, Paramount Plus, Amazon. Who knows what the hell they did? But they did a pilot of a show that was going to be them, I think Watch Eric, TPG, and maybe even CRM. I can't remember who was going to be involved in it. Maybe Paul Thorpe. Can't remember. They did a pilot. It was going to be like $1 million listing for watch dealers. Remember that? So listen, they're very much into promoting secondary dealers and 47th Street. Now, would it surprise you? Would it surprise you if they actually came out on the side of the people who were criticizing 47th Street? Wouldn't that be fascinating if they actually agree with this guy who said, and I'm going to have to back it up because listen to this carefully.
Kyle Dordick.
47th Street has the worst reputation.
47th Street has the worst reputation. Now, these are their friends. These are their colleagues. These are their peers. These are the dealers with whom they trade and buy and sell on a daily basis. The people on 47th Street.
Dordick. Kyle Dordick.
47th Street has the worst reputation. That street needs to be cleaned up. Too many shady dealers. Even dealers doing well pull some shady stuff. Dealing with it personally. We'll never buy again on 40.
We'll never buy again on 47th. And here is their answer. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Hey, I want to say hi to a few more people in the chat. Some people who've trickled in. Andrew G. What's up? Got DL Farms. Good to see you. We got John McCartan. Welcome, John McCartan, to the chat. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the answer.
7th Street. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree there.
Ooh. Right out of the gate.
Personally, we'll never buy again on 47th Street. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree there.
I don't disagree there. Well, maybe he's going to clarify a little bit. Like, do you not Do you not disagree with all of it? I mean, if you don't disagree, you don't disagree that 47th Street has the worst reputation. You don't disagree that it needs to be cleaned up. You don't disagree that there are too many shady dealers. You don't disagree that the dealers are doing shady stuff. Wow, that's a damning indictment. A damning indictment, if I've ever heard one, of 47th Street. Now, look at, by the way, check out Roman's face. Roman's the best. Check this out. Ooh, look at Roman. He's like, okay. 47th Street is the worst. Like Roman is just like, how do we deal with this one? The arms crossed. Not a happy camper. Not a happy camper. Got Esoteric in the chat. What's up, Esoteric? So Adrian doesn't disagree.
And well, pull some shady stuff, dealing with it personally. We'll never buy again on 47th Street.
Let me turn on this closed captioning here so we can actually read it in real time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree there, especially as of modern times. You've had a lot of attention, especially on that street.
Ooh, especially as of modern times. You've had a lot of attention.
Don't disagree there, especially as of modern times. You've had a lot of attention, especially on that street, because you've had certain influences.
So let's call it is.
Ooh, look at Roman just cuts him off. Roman just cuts him off. Like, ooh, this is going to get good, guys. This is going to get good. Does he mean influencers or influences? I'm just curious, like if Adrian meant there are a lot of influencers, or if he means there's a lot of like a lot of negative influences, like a lot of reasons why, a lot of ways for them to rip you off on 47th Street. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll clarify a little bit of that. And by modern times, Adrian is kind of amplifying what we're saying on this channel, is that it's riskier than ever to buy stuff on 47th Street. The amount of counterfeits, the amount of fakes, Frankensteins, aftermarket swap dials, swap bezels, crazy stuff on 40 is at an all-time high. Even Richard Mille is being imported into 47th Street from China. Counterfeit Richard Mille is at an all-time high, guys. Be very, very, very careful. Only deal with the most reputable secondary sources, okay? If you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in secondary and you need an opinion, feel free to reach out to me. I offer opinions for free.
Attention, especially on that street, because you've had certain influences.
So let's call it is.
Boom. Let's call it what it is. Let's interrupt and give the real scoop.
You got three guys pulling in. Would you say? Who's pulling the crowd?
You've got three guys pulling in. Three guys pulling in. You in the chat in the back room, I don't know who you are. Let me see here. No, I'm gonna keep running solo for a little bit. I appreciate your wanting to jump on, but I'm just gonna run solo for a little bit. I don't want to drag anybody else into my commentary here. So thanks for offering to jump on. I'm just gonna keep running solo for just a bit.
Influences.
So
Roman's interrupting.
You got
three guys pulling it in. What does he mean?
Guys pulling in. Would you say? Who's pulling the crowd into 47th Street today?
Moses, Trax,
Moses,
Moisha, Watch King.
What the Watch King?
Yeah.
Who else? Benny the Jeweler.
Yeah. Listen, they're
They don't mention Vukum. By the way, like I disagree with this characterization that only the social media influencers bring traffic and customers to 47th Street. There was a 47th Street there for decades and decades and decades, long before there was Instagram. Okay, there's a reason why that's considered a place to go to buy diamonds, engagement rings, necklaces, watches, right? They have a lot of selection. They have a lot of inventory. There's tremendous diversity of options. There's a lot of customization. If you want to do custom jewelry, custom engagement rings, there's a lot of reasons why people go there. And they go there for the reasons, by the way, some of those reasons are price, right? Some of the reasons are like, better pricing compared to going to K Jewelers or someplace in the mall, right? Where people traditionally go. So a lot of reasons why people go to 47th Street. And and it's not just because there are influencers like Mazalito guy doing an Instagram video. That's not why the overwhelming 99% of people who go to 47th Street to buy stuff go there because they don't know anything about TikTok. They don't know anything about IG or whatever. Okay. So the idea that the notion that these influencers drive traffic there is just like not realistic.
47th Street today.
Moses tracks.
Tracks. Moses.
Moisha, Watch King.
What the Watch King?
Yeah.
Who else? Benny the Jeweler.
It's funny that they don't bring up Vucom either. Like, do they intentionally not mention Vucom? All those guys are on 47th Street. Benny, Moses, Vucom, the Watch King, and also Rex's Watches too, which is Watches NYC or whatever. There are a lot of big guys on 47th Street. Avi and Co. is not. It doesn't have a storefront. He's moving to a new location, but he's on 40. There's a lot of guys on 47th Street.
Yeah. Listen, there's a few guys, and in fact, everybody that
there's a few guys. There's hundreds of dealers. There's literally hundreds of dealers on 47th Street.
Actually, really, really good guys, and we've dealt with them.
Reem the Dream, thank you, Esoteric. Reem the Dream is there. Carrie, they call her the godmother. She's like the diamond expert.
Before we're friends with them, friendly with them.
We're friends. Oh, wait a minute. We're friends with them. Oh, wait. Let's correct that. Friendly with them. I love that. Adrian, he caught himself there.
Really, really good guys, and we've dealt with them before. We're friends with them, friendly with them.
Just a little slight clarification. We're not friends with them. We're not friends with TPG or Moses or any of these guys, Benny, Mazalito. We're not friends with any of these guys. We're running. We're hustling. We're huffing and puffing. We got the watches and they're doing the fast flips, the fake watches. We've got the inventory. We've got everything. So they're friendly with those guys, not friends. Clarification, right? Muhammad Ali, member for 18 months. Great to see OC live. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. Let's see here. Got Keslowitz in the chat. What's up, Keslow? I'm just going to delete your comment though. Like I don't want nonsense like that even mentioned in the chat. No offense. We have high standards here, Keslow. You know that. We set the bar high. Keep the comments clean, guys. Keep the comments clean in the chat, please. All right. So they're not friends, they're friendly. But there's some bad stuff going on 47th Street.
Good guys, and we've dealt with them before. We're friends with them.
They're good guys, but they're not friends. They're good guys. We're friends. Oh, we're not friends. We're friendly.
Friendly with them. That being said, there are certainly a lot of scams going on 47th Street. There's a lot of.
This is a damning indictment of 47th Street, guys. This is one of the biggest, well, arguably one of the biggest secondary dealers that's on YouTube. Luxury Bazaar. One of their principal head of sales, head of buying, saying, just flat out.
Said there are certainly a lot of scams going on 47th
There's
Street.
a lot of scams going on 47th Street. And I'm glad that he watches this channel. He watches a lot because now it's good to have support from anybody. If anybody wants to sound the alarm that the stuff going on 47th Street is at an all-time high of craziness, I welcome that, no matter who you are.
There's a lot of dirt bags on there. It's just
a lot of dirt bags.
It seems to be like this pit where people go to. First of all, there's a lot of transactions. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of volume. There's a lot of merchandise, right? It's probably the biggest.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the key actually benefits of going to. It used to be like a huge strength that you'd have a tremendous amount of inventory, a lot of selection. You have access to hard to get watches. All kinds of gem set pieces. You could find anything that you want on 47th Street. By the way, one thing that I think is fascinating to me, and I have to call it out just to be fair, is I'm looking at the watch that Adrian is wearing. Okay. I'm looking at the watch that Adrian is wearing, and that looks like a friggin' fantastic watch. It looks like a Richard Mille. I'm not sure if that's a 6702 or if that's like a 3502. I think it's a 3502. It's a good watch, but let's it is a 3502. And the reason why I know that it's because he's wearing the inventory. He's wearing the inventory. Richard Mille 3502, Rafael Nadal in carbon, black carbon TPT. 350,000. So he's wearing the inventory. These guys are wearing that's no secret. That's no secret that they take the watches that they're selling or that are on consignment, which, there's nothing wrong with consignment as long as it's the right dealer. And he's wearing it. He's wearing the watch that someone either they bought or is being consigned. I wouldn't want my watch being worn by other people, places. Right? But it's a whole different culture. There in the secondary world. There it is on his wrist, the 35. That's the same watch. If I'm wrong and it's not the same watch, let me know. We got Brody in the chat. Brody, he's a moderator, he's a member, and he's general counsel of the Original OC Channel Network. Nobody covers the watch community like Original OC Channel. He's the number one. He's number one in the watch news business. Thank you very much. We have over 50 people watching, guys. Over 50 people on a Tuesday afternoon. If you're bored with this, head on over to the T Tickers channel where he's running a show over there. I want to friendly. It's not competition. It's choices. You can do Tudor Talk, Tudor and Omega Talk on the Tickers channel, or you can stay here and we could talk about 47th Street. I give the audience choice. I'm not scared of competition. I'm not scared of Tickers rebel streaming me. No such thing as rebel streaming. You could have 5 streams going on at the same time. The best content rises to the top. 52 people watching, including 2 on Grindr. Shout out to the 2 on Grindr. Wearing the customers' watches is a TPG move. I think everybody does it. I think all these guys do it. That's what they do. They just take the inventory and then they just go out to soccer games, sporting events, nightclubs, out to dinner, and they're wearing They're wearing the watches that if I were buying a $350,000 watch from Luxury Bazaar, I wouldn't want to know that the guy was that people from the sales team were passing it around. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I know. But that's what they do. That's what they do. Roman does it too. Like he gets in a hot Jorn or Patek, he wears it. Let me wear it on the wrist. It's like someone gives you a car to sell, and you're driving it around. Like, yeah, I get to drive it around for a couple of weeks. Oh no, he's showcasing it. Sorry, Andy, you're right. He's highlighting it. He's showcasing the watch. All right, I get it. All right, back to the video.
Concentration of merchandise in the world, by far, more than Hong Kong.
All right, let's see. I think Roman agrees. Maybe he agrees. Maybe he's just rolling his eyes. I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
More than Dubai, more than anywhere.
Yeah.
47th Street.
On
you're
such a small area.
I mean, we're not talking about just the street, the stuff you see street level. Go up in the buildings. I mean, there's billions being transacted.
Billions. Hundreds of dealers, hundreds of service people. The GIA building is there, which is the Gem Institute of America or whatever, where they grade all of the diamonds. So yeah, there's billions of billions, maybe even tens of billions that's being transacted there. Certainly tens of billions in inventory, maybe even hundreds of billions in inventory. It's a massive operation.
How many diamonds?
So once you incorporate those elements, you're going to find some bad characters that are trying to infiltrate and take advantage of it. No question.
Can I use what you said to disagree with you?
Okay, yeah. Feel free to disagree, Roman.
Do tell.
Because you just said it. You're coming to a block, literally a block,
yeah,
right? That has one of the largest.
If anyone wants to do a tour of 47th Street with me, if you're coming into New York and you want to see what 47th Street is like, I've done it with some people. It's 47th Street is 47th between 6th and 5th Avenue, and just one block.
Concentrations of watches and jewelry in the world, arguably, right? There's no other street like that. Yes, Hong Kong, you have TST, but that's a neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
You go to Florida, you have the Aventura and the Seaboard building, nowhere near what is on 47th Street, right? So now here you have a block where you have
I think Roman's wearing a Breguet. He was wearing, for the last week or so, he's wearing like a Patek skeleton. I think now he's moved on to Breguet. You can tell with those straight lugs.
a huge concentration of goods and services and people that provide that service and provide or sell those things. So of course, the amount of there's plenty of shady dealers that are not on 47th Street. There's plenty of shady dealers all over the world. There's plenty.
Can you imagine, like in order to take attention away from 47th Street, or maybe he's putting attention on 47th. I don't know what he's doing, but he's basically saying there's tons. Like listen to that. If you listen to that statement out of context, listen to this.
Plenty of shady dealers that are not on 47th Street. There's plenty of shady dealers all over the world.
There's plenty of shady dealers all over the world. I guess his point is that like it's not just a 47th Street thing. You can go to any city, Miami, London, Hong Kong, Singapore, whatever, Malaysia, Tokyo, and you'll find shady dealers. They're everywhere. So he's not, and there's plenty, but he's saying there's plenty of them. Like I think these guys are finally acknowledging that it's some of the tactics that are being used are very pervasive, and it's the amount of risk. It's way too risky to be doing stuff on 47th Street. That's what I say.
Service and provide or sell those things. So of course, the amount of there's plenty of shady dealers that are not on 47th Street. There's plenty of shady dealers all over.
Well, Adrian jumps in and corroborates. Wait a minute. Listen.
There's plenty of shady dealers that are not on 47th Street. There's plenty of shady dealers.
He jumps in. Plenty. Like Adrian, guys, what is going on here? This is something that we've been talking about for a long time, and now Luxury Bazaar, the king of secondary dealers, is jumping on the bandwagon and criticizing 47th Street dealers. This is something that we have been talking about. This is crazy. This is like, is this bizarro world? I mean, shout out this. That's why I find this show, the Roman and Adrian show on YouTube, one of the most enlightening and entertaining shows. All the other ones are garbage now. Like they used to have like Wolven and some guys in LA, and like, none of them are any good. I watch CRM once in a while, but even that's gone. CRM is okay, but yeah, quality watch content is suffering. That's why this is pretty good. Guys, unblock me. Roman and Adrian, unblock me on Instagram. I'm actually promoting half of the views that they probably get are from people who watch this channel and then go over and watch the full video over there. I'm just circular promotion. Anyway, guys, upvote the live stream. Upvote the live stream. Let's get to, come on, we should have more likes now. We should have 40 likes, guys. 40 likes. If you're watching right now, this is the original OC channel, Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector. We're live on this Tuesday afternoon doing real watch talk. It's Talking Watches with OC, the #1 watch show on YouTube. Okay. Here we go.
All over the world. There's plenty shady dealers online.
Plenty.
The problem is when you take a lot
Ooh,
of
wait a minute. Isn't it? There's plenty of shady dealers online. It's interesting that he mentions online because that's where they're most well known. Like Luxury Bazaar is known as being one of the first dealers online. As a matter of fact, for those of you who know Roman's history, he started off doing eBay very early on, like taking pictures of watches and jewelry and selling on eBay. So he's very familiar with online sales. So it's interesting that he would go out of his way to mention shady dealers online. But that's true. There are Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, Instagram, YouTube, websites. The shadiness is all over, guys.
There's plenty of shady dealers that are not on 47th Street. There's plenty of shady dealers all over the world. There's plenty of shady dealers online.
Plenty.
Esoteric says, this sounds a lot like everybody is potentially shady except us. I mean, you can read it. I mean, come on. What else is he going to say? What else is he going to say? Taking pictures of watches that weren't his and selling it on eBay. Hey, that's a good gig. That's like visual consignment. I'll take pictures. Remember when the preacher guys, after they got robbed, they said we're introducing a new service. It's called virtual consignment. You don't even send us the watch. Just send us a picture of the watch and we'll sell it online. These guys, unbelievable the shenanigans these guys come up with. Yeah, but taking pictures of the watch that you didn't have, and so that's how we got started. That's how we got started. John McCartan, welcome to the channel, by the way. This is the original OC channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Enable all notifications. If you're new to the channel, we do pure watch talk here, only smart watch talk for the smart collectors. Rolex, Patek, AP, and Richard Mille, and F. Pajan only. We don't talk about any other brands. It's just a waste of time to talk about those brands. We're not going to talk about the new Parmigiani and the new Oris and the new pizza watch, all that garbage. If I were going to buy a watch, I would love to go with original OC and just see how much they would likely try to get over on us. I couldn't afford it anyway. Just saying. Well, I hope you can afford a nice luxury watch. If you're new to collecting, let us know in the chat. What do you have in your collection? What do you want to get? And yeah, just type it in the chat. We're happy to help. But definitely got to be careful about going to 47th Street. Get absolutely skewered there. Look at Roman. It's like, what? There's plenty of shady dealers, and there's plenty of shady dealers online, and so on and so forth. And Question from Jazad. This is going to be a tough question. Oh, man. Moser in C is garbage? Question mark. Oh, my God. Okay. No, it is not a garbage watch. It's not a garbage brand. But I don't recommend that you buy it unless you're one of those kinds of collectors with a lot of disposable income. You've got a very large you've already got watches you've got all the Rolexes you've ever wanted, you've got Pateks, you've got the APs that you want, you've got RM, you've got Journe, you've got Vacheron, Cartier, JLC, etc. If you've got all of those, Chopard, even Chopard, then if you want Moser, that's okay. But if you're buying Moser as your first or second watch, that's not the right move. Okay, so it's not garbage. It just has to be, it's not recommended for 99% of collectors because it's the wrong watch to get, because it'll end up sitting in your drawer. Okay, if you want a dress watch, you're going to go with Patek. Okay, Jazad, does that make sense? By the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed, enable notifications, become a member. If you're a big fan of like talking watches, collecting watches, watch buying strategy, that's what we do here. We do live stream several times, but don't buy Moser as a first, second, or third watch. It's the wrong watch, because you'll end up regretting it later. Maybe not initially, but like later you'll be like, why do I have a Moser when I really want a Patek Philippe, right? So that's kind of where I'm going. But thank you for the question. Thank you for helping me clarify. A lot of people say like, OC, why do you trash all the other brands? I don't say that about garbage, right? I don't say brands are garbage. Oris and Tudor and Hublot, like there's a lot of garbage brands out there. Is a Lange and Söhne garbage? The answer is no, they are not. That's a great brand. Okay. Absolutely great brand. That's not a garbage brand. Those watches are awesome. Do I recommend that you buy one? That's another question, right? Awesome watches. The question is, how many Langes do you want in your collection? Just one? For me, they're personally too thick. I almost bought Lange. I almost bought maybe a Lange Saxonia Big Date, I think it was called. Saxonia Ultra Thin Big Date. I almost bought a Saxonia Copper Blue. That's hour and minutes only, no secondhand. So they're watches that I considered. I'm glad I didn't buy them though. I graduated from Rolex. I have 65 watches. 65. Okay. If you have 65 watches, you probably have a Moser, right? Like, if you have 60, you know why? Because if you have 65 luxury watches, I don't know what you're saying. You graduated from Rolex. Okay. So that means you have Rolex, Patek, AP, maybe even a Richard Mille, maybe a Journe. That's good. You've covered all your bases. Okay. If you have 65 watches, I hope that you're not buying a bunch of these bad micro brands. The bad micro brands are really the worst. Okay. Please don't buy bad micro brands. They're just a waste of time and energy. They end up just sitting in that. They're not even in the second box. Like, they're somewhere else. Rose calls them drawer watches because they're sitting in a drawer. You're never going to wear them. $65,000 to spend on my next watch. Can you help recommend one? I'd have to know what's in your collection to recommend a watch. I mean, if you have 65 watches, oh, is it? Oh, you have 65K. You don't have 65 watches. I got it. Yeah, I thought you. If you have 60, I mean, if you want, we can do a whole show about it. You can hop on the panel. We can talk about it. I want to know why you have 65,000 specifically to spend on a watch. Like where you came up with that. Are you trading 2 watches in or 3 watches in, and your budget is 65,000, or do you literally have 65,000 cash to spend? I'd have to know what's in your collection, what sports pieces you have, what dress pieces you have, what daily beaters you have. Yeah, I take when people contact me for recommendations on purchasing watches, I take that very, very seriously. So cool. I can't just say like, oh, get a, Patek perpetual calendar or get, whatever. I'd have to know more about you. Let's go back to the video.
The problem is when you take a lot of people and you concentrate into one spot, it sort of gives the vibe of 47th Street having the worst reputation because you have more watch dealers there. Therefore, if 10% of the dealers out there are shady, and you have 100 dealers in one place, you get 10 shady dealers. You get 5,000 dealers in one place, you get 500 shady dealers. And
so Roman is saying that it's a matter of proportion and degree. And so in other words, because there's so many dealers on 47th Street, that even a small percentage of shady dealers gets amplified and looks like a lot more than it actually is. Yeah, that's a fair point. I get that. The problem is, why do you have 500 shady dealers, though? Right? Why aren't they policing themselves? Why are there 500 shady dealers on 47th Street? Using his numbers, if you assume there's 5,000 dealers, hypothetically 5,000 dealers, 10% of them are shady, 500 shady dealers. Why do you have that many shady dealers? Why don't they self-police? Right? Right? There needs to be self-policing going on. Right? Moser is really nice. I was able to try on the Streamliner, the only one I would get, but it's very, very expensive. Anything below that is not actually nothing. I mean, there's again, it depends on what's in your collection, but Moser is generally not recommended for 95% of collectors. There's strategic reasons why to buy Moser, unrelated to the merits of the watch, if you know my drift. Right? Vimal has a good point. There should be 5 dealers in each city. 500 dealers is 495 too many. Well, there's a lot of jewelry dealers there. They do custom jewelry. There's a lot of variety. And there's a reason why there's a lot of dealers there. So there's nothing wrong with having a lot of dealers, but there's too many shady ones. Why should 10%? Why would 10% of anything be a good number? If I said 10% of all car dealers, dealt with counterfeit cars and stolen cars, you'd be like, wait a minute, let's just fucking stamp out these dealers. Why would there be 10 dealers? 10% of dealers allowed us to do that. So I think they need to do a better job self-policing. All the good ones need to stamp out the bad ones. Right? They don't self-police because it's bad for business. It's bad for business. I would argue the opposite. Self-policing would actually dramatically improve the reputation of 47th Street. If they fucking cracked the whip and got rid of all the bad dealers, no more removing links and swapping the spring bars and using aftermarket products and swapping dials and doing all. I think if they were vigilant and they had zero tolerance policy on that, it would be good for business. Good for business because then you knew that the place was more trustworthy. What you want is 100% trustworthiness in whatever platform or app or mechanism that you're using to transact. That's what you need is 100% 100% trustworthiness. So that's the issue. You can't if you really need that. And so once you eliminate the bad guys, then once one guy pops up that's bad, you quickly identify him and fucking get rid of him. Okay? I don't care how Alejandro says who will enforce it. I don't know, and I don't care. But that's their problem. That's their problem to figure out. They've got a massive problem on their hands. It's their responsibility to fix it. Otherwise, the reputation of 47th Street will continue to decline, and it will result in a lot of fragmentation in the market. Okay, where people don't want to be associated with 47th Street at all. You know, the only guys that would be left would be the guys, this fat guy running. I'm running. I got out the watches. You know, those will be the only guys left. Guys doing fast flips. Okay. Let's keep going.
That's why 47th Street gets a bad rap. But I will tell you this, because that's
It gets a bad rap because it's a small percentage of a big volume of dealers. But that being said,
you get 500 shady dealers, and that's why 47th Street gets a bad rap. But I will tell you this, because last time I was in New York, I had that conversation with Moishe. I had that conversation with Trax.
not with Moisture, but with Moishe. Moishe is the guy who is the Watch King NYC, I think.
They basically
Trax doesn't deal with watches. Okay, Trax is they're guys that are terrible at watches. Trax, Moses, Vucum. Those guys know nothing about watches. Their inventory is terrible. It's all frankened, date justs, low quality watches. Okay. There's some very reputable guys there. Avi & Co. You want a Richard Mille, you want a high-end AP, you want a high-end Rolex, go to Avi & Co. He's technically on 47th Street. There's a lot of high-end guys like that. You know, high-end Pateks, high-end RMs, high-quality Rolexes. But, you know, a lot of these other guys are not watch guys.
conversation with Moishe. I had that conversation with Trax, where they basically both told me, they're like, listen, we kind of want to move away from the street because it gets a bad rep, and also because
They need space.
we
It's
drive.
claustrophobic.
No, but Max said
Oh, interesting. So Adrian's disagreeing. He says, no. They're moving because they want space. And Roman's like, no. They're going to move because they're going to. I think what he's getting at is they want to move because they feel like their social media presence. They want to drive people to a location where they're not being inundated by a bunch of other dealers, and that makes sense. Like if you were dealer X and you were so popular on social media that you brought in a bunch of customers to come see you, and then as soon as they came to see you, you went to like 3 or 4 other dealers and shopped shit around and said, oh, well, what will you give me for my watch? Or what do you have that I can buy? It's like, wait a minute, why am I spending all that time and energy developing content and doing social media if the other dealers are going to benefit from it? Maybe I should be someplace else that's isolated or not in where everybody else is. That's an interesting point. Let's see if that's the point he's making.
we kind of want to move away from the street because it gets a bad rep, and also because
They need space.
we drive.
Okay. Adrian, okay.
We
It's
but Max
claustrophobic.
said the same. Max said it, and Moishe said, they said, look, we're driving all these people here. Look, 5 years ago, we
So it's a combination of things. The street has a bad reputation, and number 2, we're driving a lot of our followers and our viewers to come to the street, and then they're being inundated by all these other dealers. So it doesn't make sense for us to promote all these other dealers. That makes sense.
could go to 47th Street and you could rent out a window. 20 years ago, to do the same thing, you would have to probably pay anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000 key money just to get that window, and then pay the high rent.
COVID exploded that street.
COVID won, but for the most part, it was the Moses, it was the Maxes.
So, I mean, what Adrian's saying is like COVID resulted in a tremendous amount of people leaving, and then a lot of real estate or inventory booths became available.
Money just to get that window and then pay the high rent.
COVID exploded that street.
COVID
COVID
won,
did.
but for the most part, it was the Moses, it was the Max's
Social media.
Social media made it popular again. And again, we're back
Activity.
to needing street key money. If you want to get a window, I remember walking down 47th Street with you and I saw empty windows, like, holy shit. And your dad, coming from the old school, when he spent 30 years on that street, was like, holy shit, this was never the case. Now we're back. We're back to 47th Street requiring key money if you want a good spot. Otherwise,
so in other words, now space, a good location, a premier location you have to pay a premium to get it. Got it.
you're going to be in some exchange somewhere in the back where nobody's going to see you. I think social media, and again, it's those key people that we just mentioned, they bring the traffic in. Talking to them, they're like,
I think he's over exaggerating the traffic that they bring in. They bring in, 10 people a day, 20 people a day. They don't bring in tens of thousands of people that come to the street every single day to transact. Does it make sense for them to kind of, if 2 or 3 or 4 of them got together and said, listen, we're going to create our own retail space somewhere else, our own exchange, not near 47th Street. Maybe it's 47th Street adjacent. Then the people who are coming just for us come for us, and it's more of a hassle for them to go to 47th Street and shop us against those people. That would make sense. I get it.
money if you want a good spot. Otherwise, you're going to be in some exchange somewhere in the back where nobody's going to see you. I think social media, and again, it's those key people that we just mentioned, they bring the traffic in. Talking to them, they're like, well, I bring all this business here. People do come to the street, but then I end up losing out because there's also so much competition because they come to.
Well, that's the risk. There's competition. So and a lot of it's shady competition. So they bring, in their eyes, they're doing a lot of original content, do a lot of social. They're very successful on social media, and people come to see them, and then the competitors benefit from that. It's like having a successful, any successful store. Let's say you have a successful pizza joint, right? And you do a lot of promotion for it. People come to your pizza place because it's awesome. And you're very powerful advertising. You pay a lot of money for advertising. And then some guy opens a pizza place across the street. And so maybe some of the people who come originally for yours go, oh, there's another pizza place over there. Let's try that one. That's what happens. That's business. That's competition.
Here, people do come to the street, but then I end up losing out because there's also so much competition. Because
let's see here. We've got Andy Lewis. Exactly. They don't want the street front guys pulling away the influencers' customers, like what happened to Trax. Okay, so that's a good point. So that the famous, I want my money. Yeah, that was Trax's argument was like, hey, like I have this premier location where people come, and this guy doesn't do any of the hard work that I do, and people walk over to him and look at jewelry. I get it. Let's see here. Yeah, stop stealing my leads. Famal says that's exactly the point. Ryan Hofrey says, I've been in watches since the 90s and I still don't call myself an expert. Yeah. I would say, I think these two people, I would consider Roman and Adrian watch experts. Definitely Roman is an expert. There's no doubt about that. Roman is an expert. He's been in the business for over 20 years. The guy knows watches. There's one thing you cannot take away from Roman. He does know way more than 95% of people about watches. No doubt about that. He is, shout out to Roman. He's a watch expert. He is. No ball washing. OC has strong opinions. Yes, I do. It's some of it's shtick, right? You guys know that. Love him or hate him, but he doesn't fancy himself an expert. I am definitely. Am I a watch expert? Probably not. Probably not. Young Brando is an expert. End of lecture. Yeah, young Brando is very knowledgeable about watches, for sure. And I do call him a friend. Well, friendly. Let's keep going. There's so much in this video, guys. I could go on for hours.
So they come to me, they come see me, they take a picture. I quote a couple of prices. Sometimes they'll go down, and the guy next to me will sell it for $3,000 cheaper just to undercut me without making any money on something like that. It's rough out there.
Yes,
right. It's brutal. It's brutal. So that's a fair point. What do they do?
47th Street.
47th Street is America.
Yeah.
It's the United States of America. It is the land of opportunities, but within that land of opportunities, there's a lot of pluses and minuses. This is the richest country of all time, the greatest country of all time. But with that comes a lot of crime, a lot of bad things, right? But at the same time, a lot of opportunity.
A lot of shady shit, Roman says.
Right? So 47th Street is like the culmination of America. You have a lot of different cultures, a lot of opportunities, a lot of wealth, and it is what you got to take the good with the bad.
It's funny.
Take the good with the bad.
Number one question I get asked via DMs on Instagram is, "Hey, listen, I want to get into the business. You get the same shit every day."
That's I mean, why these young people? I would be encouraging people to stay in high school, and I don't know. Both of my kids are college educated. I'm old school. I think kids should be smart and go to college and have a degree. But I get it. There are a lot of people who come from the streets, people who are good hustlers, people who are good salespeople, good people with good go-get-em attitudes. We're also very good executors. And they want to get into the business. I mean, they're being influenced by these VUCAMs and schmookums of the world that it's easy to make $1,000, $2,000 flipping a watch. So, I want to become a watch dealer. How do I get into the business? They don't care about watches. They just care about finding something that they can buy and sell.
What's the one advice you can give me? Because, that's a very broad question. I can talk about it for an hour. And I tell people,
you can talk about any question, any answer for an hour.
Attend some trade shows, and I put it in quotes. And what I really mean by that is put yourself in a place where the merchandise you're trying to buy and sell gets traded on high volume. And 47th is one of those streets.
47th Street, that is. If you want to learn how to become a dealer, you go intern there. That's what I would call intern. You'd be one of those, be a runner or work for some guy for free. And learn how the business works, and you'll learn quickly.
If you're a young guy out there and you want to hustle, really, really hustle and learn, I guarantee you, for the next 30 days, if you visit 47th Street every single day, walk every single exchange, ask 1,000 prices a day, you can make money just from walking from one exchange to another. It's called runners. People still do it till this day.
So he's verifying that, and he actually calls it runners. He actually calls that term a runner.
I know some runners that make $5,000 a day just by going from place to place.
Isn't that VUCAM? Isn't that basically VUCAM? He goes, how much is that GMT? Okay, I'll buy it. I think I can buy it low from you, and then he takes it to somebody else and he sells it for $1,500 more.
Oh, what are you looking for today? Write it down. Go to the next exchange. Oh, this guy has it. Come back and say, here's some options for you. They will give that guy $200 profit. $100 profit.
That's like a human connector, like a WhatsApp group. I know this person needs this. Oh, I just saw that over there. Let me get it.
Just for the fact that he did the legwork for them because they already have things sold. So yes, it's shady. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, put on bulletproof underwear and come to 40.
What did you say?
The thing sold. So yes, it's shady. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, put on bulletproof underwear and come to 47.
Oh, the bulletproof underwear. Remember the last time you used the phrase bulletproof underwear? Let's not go there. That's not. He should never ever use the term bulletproof underwear. We all remember. We will never forget when he applied that last. We didn't forget. We haven't forgotten.
You just take what you said with a grain of salt. It's just really about the concentration, what you said, concentration of an amount of dealers and transactions that take place. So therefore, there will be more shady stuff in a more concentrated place because the shady stuff exists everywhere. I did a video on Buzz Aldrin's collection that went up.
Okay. That was very, very good. Very, very good 40th century. Let me see. There's something else here that I wanted to talk about as well. Let me see here. Okay. Here's another. This is sometimes they this is pretty good. Check this out.
Not answering clients, losing clients because you didn't respond to them in time, or because you decided not to pay attention to something that's of a lower value, doesn't net you as much commission. And let me explain. Let's
on the inner work
here. We didn't commission respond to the things that
Okay,
you
here
make.
we go.
Sometimes you can be a good yes.
Got it. Here it is.
Next, Mike 26-W2P. You fired everyone, mate. If someone made $1 million,
Listen, I got to hand it to them for even answering these questions. I wouldn't answer them. Question is, you fired everyone, mate. If someone made $1 million in sales per month, why let him go?
W2P. You fired everyone, mate. If someone made $1 million sale per month, why let him go? Nobody here that does $1 million in sales a month get let go, but they could.
that we've had.
We've had. To us, it's not about performance necessarily. Yes, sales is
It's
about
not about performance. It's not about having a great salesperson. Okay, I'm curious.
performance, but it's not always necessarily about the performance. Sometimes you can be a good performer, but we're more concerned about.
I think did he say that he didn't fire everyone? Okay, that's fair enough.
The things that you may miss, i.e., not answering clients, losing clients because you didn't respond to them in time, or because you decided not to pay attention.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors why, but the biggest factor is that that the sales dried up. I mean, that's really it. I mean, they went from having 5 or 6 salespeople to having like 0 because from 2022 to 2026 they have very few customers. So you don't need a whole bunch of salespeople to do very few transactions, or transactions that could be handled by some top main guys.
That's of a lower value, doesn't net you as much commission. And let me explain. Let's see, who do we actually fire here? We didn't fire.
I honestly, I don't even think we should lean in on.
Adrian doesn't like the question. Like, you know what? I don't want to talk about this. He gets exasperated by all these questions because the sales team, I think, reports to him. So he's always under scrutiny. Like, how come you fired everybody?
Something that's of a lower value, doesn't net you as much commission. And let me explain. Let's see, who do we actually fire here? We didn't fire.
I honestly, I don't even think we should lean in on the inner workings of inside.
Remember, didn't he say that they paid $500 a week or $500 a month or something? I can't remember. It was pretty low salary, $500 a week.
At our business, I honestly, I don't even think we should lean in on inner workings of inside our business anymore. I mean, we've answered like 20 questions about this, and it just clearly falls on deaf ears.
The problem is
like what
falls on deaf's ears, not deaf ears. What does he mean by deaf's ears? It's not a plural. It's not a. I don't. What, deaf's ears? I think it means deaf ears.
We've answered like 20 questions about this, and it just clearly falls on deaf ears.
The problem is like what?
I think it falls on deaf ears, but okay. It's a little. He misspoke.
Instead, people see faces on cameras, then those faces disappear.
I'll tell you what if somebody was doing $5 million a month for you, but stole from you?
Oh, look at this! Look at this look. I don't know. Did people steal from you? What is he saying? Did they have a salesperson who stole? What is he trying to imply? Which one of the salespeople was doing so well, but they stole from you? I'd like to know. I'm curious about that. Technically, it's slander because it's being spoken. Deaf's ears, as in the rapper Mos Def, Hey, Doc Mick in Florida is in the chat. Thank you for rejoining as a member. I know it was expensive. Doc Mick renewed his membership. He's teaching everybody a lesson. Don't let your memberships lapse. Don't let them lapse. Don't make sure your credit cards don't expire or whatever, because then you're screwed paying triple the price for memberships, guys. Yeah, someone did 5 million, but they stole. Look at the look on his face. What do you do? Do you keep them around?
Faces this.
I'll tell you what if somebody was doing 5 million a month for you, but stole from you? What do you mean? Like,
we don't put dirty laundry out there when it comes to
Look at Roman. We don't put dirty laundry out there. Someone just stole from you. Wait a minute.
For you, but stole from you. What do you mean? Like,
we don't put dirty laundry out there when it comes to
He just did. Boom. Adrian just dumped a whole bag of dirty laundry out there.
For you, but stole from you. What do you mean? Like,
we don't put dirty laundry out there when it comes to employees, right?
And I'm not saying anybody stole from us, but like that statement.
What if somebody's working here and finally?
Oh, what if someone is? What's Roman about to say here? Roman is like thinking very carefully.
What do you mean? Like,
we don't put dirty laundry out there when it comes to employees, right?
And I'm not saying anybody stole from us, but like.
Roman is doing something very interesting here. He just said, we don't put any dirty laundry out there, but.
What do you mean? Like,
we don't put dirty laundry out there when it comes to employees, right?
And I'm not saying anybody stole from us, but like that statement.
What if somebody's working here and finally building their own little business on the side?
Yeah.
Ooh. Shots fired. What if someone was a great employee, but they were building their own little business on the side? We don't want to badmouth anybody here. We just want to engage in hypotheticals. We don't want to air any dirty laundry. But what if someone was building a business on the side? Do we know? That couldn't be real, could it? Could that be a true story? He's not giving a real world example, is he? Are we still talking in hypotheticals? Guess who's back? Back again. DJ Renee De La Pan is in the chat. Renee De La Pan, blast from the past. What's up? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. We've got 46 people watching. How did that happen? We started off with 4 people. 4 people watching. And Renee De La Pan reminds everybody to hit the upvote button. We should have 40 likes, guys. 40 likes. If you're one of those lurkers, you're not a member, like Renee, he's not a lurker, but he at least hits the upvote button. Hit the upvote button. Okay. Andy Lewis, I see your comment in the chat. I can't pull it up. Gotta be careful. These things get documented. All right, let's cruise through the rest of the answer here.
What do we do that? Right?
And I'm not saying anybody stole from us, but like that statement.
What if somebody's working here and finally building their own little business on the side?
Yeah.
What do we do that? Do I have to really explain to myself? If somebody gets fired here, which doesn't happen very, very often.
But it does happen. Interesting, because Adrian's saying we don't fire people. But wait a minute. Well, we do. Just not very often.
It happens for a very good reason. And doing $1 million in sales per month or not doing $1 million sales is completely irrelevant to somebody getting like
irrelevant.
Sales department, I said this numerous times. It's not for everyone. People come in, they're hot and heavy, and they get burned out in 6 months.
We burn them out. We burn them out because we only give them $500 a month in salary. $500 a month and a little bit of health care. Like they can get their teeth cleaned and $500 a month. And that's it. Then they're on their own. They've got to feast or famine.
That happens very, very often, not just in the watch industry, but in any sales industry.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
What else we got?
Guys, it's been fun hanging with you. I know there's a ton of people in the chat, but do we want to keep going? Let me see. And there's another question here. It's pretty good too. Okay. All right. You snookered me into it. Here we go.
And that is
Counteroffer.
counteroffer.
Matt, I
And
hope there's
Matt, have you brought up like some positive comments or questions, or is it just
I gotta
all-
hand it to these guys. These guys answer I wouldn't answer these ridiculous questions. There's people leave the dumbest comments. Something, dumbest comments some of the people leave.
No, we don't. We like positivity on one hand, but on
Positivity,
the other hand,
guys.
you
It's all about positivity.
debate positivity.
Oh yeah,
We can't counteroffer.
I can disagree on positive-
This is called counteroffer. You want to counteroffer?
Matt, what do you got? The Ocho Show. Very hard to work with Adrian. He's a snake nobody can stand.
Why would you even pull that up? Look at poor Adrian. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Oh man. Why would you ambush the guy with that kind of question? How do you know Adrian's a snake? Come on, that's not nice. That's not nice, guys.
I can disagree on positive.
This is called counteroffer. You want to counteroffer?
Matt, what do you got? The Ocho Show. Very hard to work with Adrian. He's a snake nobody can stand. You're a snake now. You've been called a lot of things.
Well, first
Snake,
off,
though?
learn to spell my name right.
Yeah,
But
it's
Other than that,
yeah.
he's a
Spelling
snake.
is off, and usually you can't.
I've been called a lot of things. I've never been called a snake. That's first. But listen, it is what it is. What I would like to know is what exactly did we work on together? Like, can you give me and recite me some examples of?
It's funny because a lot of these comments people say this, and yet they've never worked with you, or they never bought
I know, but
anything.
you put everything on YouTube. Like you can't create a show where you show all the inner workings of. Now they don't do it anymore, but you can't. They were famous for copying TPG and coming out with their own, behind the scenes $1 million listing style reality show about watch dealers, a day in the life of the watch dealer. We're $100 million business, and you put it all out for everyone to see, and then say, well, no one has the right to have an opinion or to judge what they saw. I can't think of anything specific. Now, I don't know when.
Never sold us anything.
I think.
I don't know. If you look at what Adrian's wearing, he's wearing a Sopranos shirt, but he's also wearing a 3502 or RM 3502. Just happens to be available for sale in inventory at Luxury Bazaar. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's wearing one that looks just like it. Maybe he's wearing one from his personal collection that looks exactly like the one that they're selling for somebody else. I don't know. I wouldn't call that. Would you call that something snaky? I don't know. I think they do it all the time. These guys do it all the time. They wear other people's property. Maybe it's a watch that's on consignment, or maybe they bought it. If they bought this watch, it's in their inventory, and Roma says, "Yeah, if you want to wear it, and do whatever you want with it. I don't care. We'll sell it to some. We're going to sell it anyways. It's going to be someone else's problem, right?" So I wouldn't say that's a snake thing to do. If you're wearing inventory, it's because your boss says it's okay to wear the inventory.
Listen, I don't have to really counteract this comment.
I can just say fuck off.
Yeah,
and move
some
on to the
people
next
may
one.
not-
Let's-
Fuck off. Roman just says fuck off.
Listen, I don't have to really counteract this comment.
I can just say fuck off.
Yeah,
and move
some
on to the
people
next
may
one.
not-
Let's go to the next one.
No. Let's lean in on it. I mean,
Ooh, let's
Because-
lean in on it. Someone's calling me a snake. Let's lean in on it.
like my personality, you cannot like my personality. At the end,
I actually like his personality. I don't mind. I think Adrian's he's learned a lot. The guy, he's an expert on watches. I would call him an expert. For sure. He's bought and sold more watches than 99% of the people out there. So he knows his stuff. He's actually, in a way, He has better instincts about what to buy and what not to buy than some of the other people there. If he had his way, he wouldn't buy a lot of the stuff that Roman ends up buying.
Of the day, what counts is if you actually work with me, you do business with me, or you're a client of mine, or you're somebody that sells to me. One thing that you can say for sure, I have never done anybody wrong, and there's a reason why people keep coming back to me. Buy the most volume.
I'll quote something. Ready?
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. He says he's not a snake. Okay.
Oh boy.
I really appreciate all the time and assistance.
Okay, so now Roman's reading a text message from a customer. Let's hear this.
Are you with us?
Oh boy.
I really appreciate all the time and assistance.
By the way, what do you think about reading people's private conversations? Because that I'm not sure if I were a client of any dealer, I guess there are a lot of clients who want to be on camera and they want to have their phone calls recorded and played on social media. But the last thing I would want is to send someone private messages, private correspondence, and have them pull up the private messages, the confidential messages, and read them in public on YouTube and promote them. I mean, I'm not sure. Is that a line? Like, have we crossed the line here? I'm not sure if I would do this. Now, I don't think he's revealing the name of the person, but I still wouldn't read someone's private messages on the air.
Really appreciate all
unless he wants to burn the person.
Time and assistance. I'm going to get back to you about this particular watch and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to pass on both offers. I find your quotes ridiculously low. I bought many watches from you. You've yet to shoulder the burden and use your customer base for my benefit. So I'm going to hold the big profit watches for myself.
Wow. Someone reading Roman, the Riot Act. I'm going to play that one again. Okay, so you guys can really hear this.
Oh, boy.
I really appreciate all the time and assistance. I wanted to get back to you about this particular watch and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to pass on both offers. I'm going
to pass. So in other words, I wanted to sell you some watches. I'm going to pass on both the offers that you gave me for each watch, for both watches.
The quote's ridiculously low. I bought many
Your
watches.
Quotes are ridiculously low.
From you. You've yet to shoulder the burden and use your customer base for my benefit. So I'm going
to... I want you to shoulder the burden and use your customer base for my benefit. Like, in other words, like, hey, if you're a luxury bazaar, you have a ton of people coming in to buy watches, then you should pay me more. Pay me more because you're going to be able to get more. If you're going to be able to get X, I want you to pay me more for my watch.
Hold the big profit watches for myself. And there were some other things commented. I said, absolutely incorrect.
Ooh, he's going to answer the guy. He's going to engage in a tit for tat, and then he's going to read it on the air and expose their confidential conversations.
And this is my response. I was not saying anything bad or good. I simply tell you how it is. Everything you're offering, you bought elsewhere or direct from the brands, and you never asked me or any of my staff for advice before you purchase those pieces. Otherwise, I would probably steer you away from some of your purchases. In regards to bearing the burden,
the customer's buying purchases to build purchase history. Probably. And now he's going to come to you and he wants you to help offload them.
You have to understand one thing. I treat all my customers the same way. If you call me today and ask me for that watch,
why would you treat all customers the same way? Is that really a good thing? Wouldn't you want to treat VIP customers better than normal customers? Like, if I were a customer of theirs and I bought, a Batman 2 years ago, and I come to them and say, hey, yeah, I'm looking at buying another watch. But on the other line is a customer that spent $1 million with them. Shouldn't he hang up the phone with me and say, listen, hey, OC, I love you, brother, which he probably would say that. I love you, but I've got another call I have to get to. And I wouldn't feel bad about that because you shouldn't be treating customers equally. You should treat the better customers way, way better. Am I crazy? Why would you treat all customers the same?
I would steer you away from some of your purchases. In regards to bearing the burden, you have to understand one thing. I treat all my customers the same way. If you call me today and ask me for that watch, I would sell you one for $420,000 to $450,000 as they're available on call for low fours.
What was the watch? Can you please?
It was the, you know, which one. So I don't want to. I don't want to.
You know the customer, that problematic customer.
Let me see. Which one was it?
That one. Hold on.
Oh my! I told you.
Boston Collector. Boston Collector. I think I read Boston Collector on the screen.
That one. Hold on.
Oh my! I told you. I told you to stop.
Tim G. It was Tim G on the screen. What does Adrian say? I told you to stop working with Tim G.
Hold on.
Oh my! I told you to stop with this guy.
Wait,
I literally
no, but I wanted to make a
you.
point because what the guy was referring to, and this would be a snake.
Adrian is exasperated. He's exasperated. Brody's in the chat. I get all my watch recommendations from Tim G. Well, Tim G here is doing business. All right. Hold on. I'm back. Let's pull this up again. All right, I'm back. Let's keep going with this.
Hold on.
Oh my! I told you to stop with this guy.
Wait,
I literally
no, but I wanted to make a point because what the guy was referring to.
Don't read the messages from this guy. It's a waste of time. He's a time waster. He's a tire kicker.
This would be a snake. What the guy was referring to is like,
ooh, he calls his customers. He says this would be a snake.
Make a point because what the guy was referring to, and this would be a snake. What the guy was referring.
Ooh, oh, okay. Wait a minute. I think he's saying this would be a snake. What I'm about to say. He's not calling the customer a snake.
Oh my! I told you to stop with this guy.
Wait,
I literally
no, but I wanted to make a point because what the guy was referring to, and this would be a snake. What the guy was referring to is like, well, wait a minute. You have all these clients, you have all this exposure. Why not net me more on my watch? And my response.
That sounds like actually an interesting thing. Why would you go to? Wouldn't you go to Luxury Bazaar or any other dealer because they're offering you more money? Like if you spent millions of dollars with a dealer, and they have an incredible network of customers. Wouldn't you expect them to pay you more? Isn't that the reason why you go to those kinds of dealers? Right? Isn't that the reason that you go to a dealer that you've done a ton of business with is so they can treat you better than some other dealer that you reach out to get, to sell your watch? Right?
Response to him was,
what did he want for that watch?
Forget it.
Forget it. Adrian, forget it. I told you not to deal with that guy. I told you not to deal with him. He's a tire kicker.
500. And he goes, what I would not do is push one of
500.
Listen, I treat all my customers.
It wasn't 500. He's just making that up.
Customers the same. If you call me today and ask me for that watch, I would sell you one for $420 to $450 as they're available on call in low fours. What I would not do is push one on you for 500Ks just because I have another customer that wants to, basing the price on what's out there listed, because half those listings are fake, right? Why? Because
half the listings. See, the thing is, like, they drop these truth bombs into these stories, into these videos, like they're nothing. But What he just said is like a scandal in and of itself. Well, half the listings out there are fake. Well, we know that, but like the fact that he's acknowledging it, it's crazy.
I take care of my clients on both ends, buying and selling. So the point I was trying to make is that just because you're my client and just because you spent money with me in the past doesn't mean I'm going to go and whack somebody over the head with a price just because you want to get something.
No, but shouldn't you give that person the best price? If you have a customer that you've done tons of business with and you have a network of buyers that is so large that you're going to be able to command a premium in the marketplace, shouldn't you be able to give someone selling you a watch a better deal? I think
Out of a
so.
watch.
Bro,
Wait.
Good, Adrian. He's fed up. He's fed up.
I did one better. You'll love this one.
You'll love it, Adrian. Let me read more private conversations.
Okay.
who are you dealing with?
Wait.
man?
Listen. If you want someone to take your stuff out there and list it for what you want, to sit alongside all the overpriced fake listings that are just fishing for leads, I'm not your guy. But I am the guy to tell you how it is. We offer honesty above all, and that sometimes the truth hurts. If you want someone that will tell you what you want to hear, I'm not your guy. Remember, for every purchase I make, there's a client on the other side.
Why is he spending so much time responding? Why doesn't he call the guy? Why does he pick up the phone and call the guy?
I have to do right by. I'm also in the business, and it costs me money to turn the lights on every day. So I'm also entitled to.
The good old argument, like, oh yeah, well you have to. I mean, Carlos at CRM does this too. Like, listen, I got people here. I pay their salaries. I have to pay rent. I have to do that. None of that is as a customer. That's not our concern. If you overpay for a retail location, or you overpay for your lease, or if you whatever, that's your cost of doing business. You know, is it our concern that you only pay the sales guys $500 a month? No, it's not our. All I care about is like how you treat me as a customer and what you're going to pay me for my watches.
A reasonable profit. Keeping with telling you how it is, I don't appreciate you throwing "take care of your good client" in my face. I take care of all my clients the same, but I pulled up.
Ooh, here he goes again with I treat all my clients the same. I don't appreciate what?
Appreciate you throwing "take care of your good client" in my face.
I don't appreciate throwing "take care of your good clients" in my face. Yikes. I Jeez, I would hope that he'd want to take care of his good clients. He's saying, no, I don't want to take care of my good clients. I want to treat you like I treat some schmo who just bought a Batman.
Take care of all my clients the same, but I pulled up your client.
Maybe he's saying, geez, this is tough. This is tough. Maybe he's saying, listen, I treat all my customers with the absolute best quality care. And I respond to every text message that comes in, every phone call with a very detailed response. Maybe that's what he's saying. Thank you, Vimal, for sending the gold coin. I appreciate it, guys. If you have Jules available, and I'm not talking about Watch by Jules. Happy birthday, Jules, by the way. She's 33 today. Use your Jules in the chat to buy coins. You can buy all kinds of stuff in there. Check it out. It's pretty interesting. You can buy all kinds of stuff. All right. We're back. Hold on. We're almost done with this, guys. Sorry for the Wi-Fi issue. Thank you, Doc Mick, for letting me know. Andy Lewis, $10 super chat for the large coffee fund. Thank you very much. Got the McCafe right here. It's that was the last sip. The last sip. Thank you, Andy Lewis. He's a member and massive supporter. Very cool guy. Really, really appreciate the show support. We're almost done with this video. Don't go anywhere, guys. Don't go anywhere. This is important. Check this out. He's going to pull up the guy's profile.
I take care of all my clients the same, but I pulled up your client profile, and here's the summary for you. You've purchased a total of 9 watches from LB since 2023 for a total of $245K, which is less than the one watch I'm trying to buy from you. Your last purchase was about 2 years ago.
The guy bought 9 watches, $245,000 worth of watches over 3 years. That's a pretty good customer, I would think, right? Shout out to StreamYard that now has an integration with the jewel purchases. 10 gems, gold coin. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vimal. Try that out, guys, in the chat if you can figure it out. Thank you, Vimal. He's gonna read the private messages, the confidential messages of the customer, the private voicemail, and he's gonna reveal the client's purchase history profile.
It's the same, but I pulled up your client profile, and here's the summary for you. You've purchased a total of 9 watches from LB since 2023 for a total of $245K, which is less than the one watch I'm trying to buy from you. Your last purchase was about 2 years ago on 9/18/2024.
What have you done for me lately? You bought 9 watches between 2023 and 2024. 9 watches in basically a 1-year time period.
The last 2 years, we have a ton of communication between you and some of my other
He
staff.
reneged on a deal.
He reneged on a deal.
He reneged on a deal.
We have a ton of communication between you.
He broke Mazal, guys. He broke Mazal.
Some of my other
He
staff.
reneged on a deal.
He reneged on a deal and resulted in 0 sales, or purchase.
In other words, you're not a good customer. You're not a good client.
Mainly you showing off yet another expensive thing you bought elsewhere. While most dealers would label you as a waste.
You bought something somewhere else. How dare you? You bought something very expensive somewhere else. And now you want me to deal with the ramifications.
Showing off yet another expensive thing you bought elsewhere. While most dealers would label you as a waste of time, not once did we ignore.
I'm not going to do that. While most dealers would call you a waste of time and a tire kicker, I'm not going to do that right now.
Or you, any of your communications, and I'm always here for you, even if it's to say congrats on yet another purchase from someone else.
I love it.
Elsewhere. While most
even though someone else might tell you to your face that you're a piece of shit, I'm not going to do that right now. But what you've done is real piece of shit behavior.
dealers would label you as a waste of time. Not once did we ignore you, any of your communications, and I'm always here for you, even if it's to say congrats on yet another purchase from someone else. So to be frank, I'm a bit offended by what you wrote above. I did my job, and the fact that I just took 25 minutes out of my crazy day to break this down to you, and this text should tell
Look at Adrian. Looking at the camera, is like, what is Roman wasting his time doing?
you that we do care about our clients.
What did I tell you?
Ooh, Adrian laying the smackdown. I told you, don't deal with this guy. Look at Adrian. Adrian's serious.
That we do care about our clients.
What did I tell you?
Ooh, Adrian scolding Roman, just ripping him a new one.
I literally told you not to waste your time with them. You're pissing against the wind.
I know I'm pissing against
I
the wind,
told
but I
you
don't like to be
this.
called certain things.
This
just
is
like-
the best, the Roman and Adrian show on YouTube. The dynamic between these two. I've said it for several weeks now. This is gold. Wow, look at the fire, the intensity.
You. I literally told you not to waste your time with them. You're pissing
Again,
against the wind.
I know I'm pissing against
I
the wind,
told
but I
you
don't like to be
this.
called certain things. Just like you don't like
No,
being
but
called
you should have never engaged in that. From the minute you told me who it was, I told you don't waste your time.
Anyway, let's go on to the next one.
Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Sex should tell you that we do care about our clients.
What did I tell you? I literally told you not to waste your time with them. You're pissing
Again,
against the wind.
I know I'm pissing against
I
the wind,
told
but I
you
don't like to be
this.
called certain things. Just like you don't like.
No,
being
but
called
you should have never engaged in that. From the minute you told me who it was, I told you don't waste your time.
Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Next, Mike 26.
No next one. Hey guys, this has been a real blast. I want to do this. I'm going to drop the link. If you aren't subscribed to the Roman Sheriff channel on YouTube, check it out. I do play their content, which is copyrighted content, consistent with fair use, United States copyright law. So huge shout out to this show. But if you probably saw most of it here, all the good parts are here. And I want to thank you for watching. I want you to upvote the live stream. Upvote the live stream. I want you guys to head out to dinner. Have a nice, long, leisurely dinner. Enjoy yourself. And we'll catch you back on the channel soon. But thank you for tuning in. We did a good stream. Upvote the stream. Please leave a comment. If you're watching this on the replay, please leave a comment in the chat. Let me know how you feel about the shenanigans on 47th Street and what I think is one of the best shows on YouTube, the Roman and Adrian show. Please unblock me on Instagram. I'm a big fan of Adrian's, obviously. Adrian, unblock me on Instagram. Whole Milk says, I'm going to show you how much we care about our clients by reading this long text that I sent to a tire kicker. Thank you, Whole Milk. Whole Milk, become a member. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. OC here, your host on the original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. Upvote the stream, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Have a great night, everybody.